Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Night Speedrunning here on the Nick Uppy stream. I hope you're ready for us to go back in time. It's a blast from the past because we are going all the way back to 1987. That is 2 years before I was born. It is the only game in the Metal Gear series that is older than I am. Tonight, we move on from the trilogy and we start Metal Gear. I say start. We're going back to the Metal Gear. Not starting Metal Gear. Go back to Metal Gear. Hello, welcome everybody to tonight's stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hello to Deagle, and hello to Cosmic Coronet, and hello to anyone else who is also lurking in the background. Pretty chilled out stream today. Most probably. It's Tuesday night. I'm reasonably good today as well. I'm not like super tired or anything like that. However, I am intending on keeping this one a relatively short stream. We won't be going on until, and I recognize it was slightly late getting started. I really needed a shower before we got started today. But I am out all day tomorrow. I've got a much earlier start than usual. My office away day where we go and do training and stuff like that. Nobody wants a stinky strimmer. So yes, my hair's a bit shiny because I wouldn't say it's damp, but you know, it's not 100% dry. I try my best, and now it's just I need a haircut. We're just gonna have the emo fringe today. Yeah, so I've got quite a long day, slightly earlier start. I've got to get an earlier train, and I don't want to completely be tired and falling asleep during it, or miss my train or anything like that. So I'm planning on keeping this one a little bit shorter, which is really good because Metal Gear fits into that really nicely. It's a nice short run. The record for this. Why are my times aren't showing up on? Why are my times not showing up on? Oh, I think I know why. I think I just need to compare against. There we go. Oh, compare against personal best helps, and compare against real time. There we go. That's better. So according to my time for this is 22:27. That is not. I can tell you now that is not my PB. My PB are on a different set of splits, but I've gone back to a rather old set of splits because we are running the Master Collection version of this. I had considered going back to the PS2 version because there is no auto splitter sort of for the Master Collection yet. I did have a look to see if I could quickly build a light one, just so I could really easily get room transitions and stuff, but it's trying to tap into this game seems a lot harder than the old games. It's not as simple, and it's a bit beyond me. So we've gone all the way back to how I originally started building an auto splitter for this, and then House took over, and then eventually House actually built a proper auto splitter. We are going back to image-based auto splitting. This uses a program called autosplit.exe that looks at a folder of images. All of the images in the folder are named in such a way that it knows what order to do them in, and you can add in custom settings to each one as well, just with the file name. And then basically what autosplit does is it keeps the next split image open, and it goes, as soon as I find here is your game feed. As soon as I find something in your game feed that looks like this, we split. And there's loads of other stuff you can do with it. There's only I've only played 2 games where the main method of splitting is using this auto splitter. One of which is Crash Bandicoot, the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy. They use a modified version of this splitter to pause the timer whenever a loading screen is on. So whenever, I don't know if you've played the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, you'll know that between every loading screen is exactly the same. It is a black screen with a bit of hint text across the bottom, and Aku Aku just sort of bouncing around the screen. So yeah, whenever it detects that screen, it pauses the timer. The other one is one that I built for Wacky Races starring Dastardly and Muttley. There is no auto splitter for it. Apparently building PS2 auto splitters can be quite tricky. I didn't really look into that because a lot of people play on console anyway for that. So I wanted to try and do an auto do one that was based on images instead. So I built quite a complicated auto splitter for that, where it looks at, it like ignores all of the game, and it just looks at the timer in the top right corner, and it looks at the 3 2 1 go, and then like upon seeing certain images, and then it delays splits, and it pauses and unpauses. It is quite a complicated use of auto split, but it worked reasonably. It was reasonably accurate. It always came with the caveat that if you use it, it's only there as a guide. Once you're finished, you do need to go back and double check all of your splits. Have a look at the footage, see what times you've got in each individual race, and then put them all together. But yeah, it was always accurate to within a second across the entire run, which was always good. So yeah, I've gone back. I had a quick play around with it yesterday. I had to add a couple of extra ones in. In fact, you can see if you're, well, it's not that clear. Let's head over to the big one, shall we? So you can see, and on live split on the right hand side, there's a couple of extra ones that are now there. Oh, I need to do something with the. I just need to have a quick look at the vertical stream, because that game is horribly stretched. Why is that game horribly stretched? Let's have a look. Game capture. Is it because? It's because of that. Aha. That's no use. So I'm going to need a second game capture in there. I don't know. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to capture a second. I don't think I'll be able to capture a second game. That's weird. I've not had that problem with anything else. That is kind of weird. Unless that's, I don't know. Let's the easiest thing to do is to reset transform. Oh, look how small it is now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was because I must have stretched it, or I tried to put it. I put it in a bounding box. That's why I put it in a bounding box for some previous games. Transform center horizontal. There we go. Now you have a nice. Now you have a nice big Metal Gear, and in the right place, and in the middle. Obviously, you don't get to see all of it because vertical. Otherwise, I'd have to make it really small, and I don't really see much point in it being really, really small on the show. You see, you get most of it, and you still get the timer over there. Hello, Homood Al Homood. I hope I've said that correctly. Hi. So let's get started. Grab my controller from down on the floor. There we go. That might be just a little loud. That certainly sounds a little loud. So I'm gonna knock that down. Okay, that should be yeah, I got it right. That should be all right. All right, let's get this thing underway, shall we? Thank you, Callista. Welcome. I've been running. I started running Metal Gear. When did I first start running this? I've been running this since at least 2022. I can tell you that much for free. 2022 was this game's 35th anniversary. And this is the first game. If you've never seen, for those of you who've never ever seen this game, because you might be like, Metal Gear, where's the Solid? There's no Metal Gear Solid on the. Why is it just called Metal Gear? This is the first game ever released in the series. First came out in 1987, 2 years, a little over 2 years before I was born. It's the only game in the series that is older than me. The next game that came after this, technically, if you include it, is Snake's Revenge. People don't usually include it because it's not the true sequel to this game. Snake's Revenge came out 6 months after I was born. So yes, this is the only game in the series older than me. It was originally released on the MSX2 computer, which is exclusively Japanese. The MSX computer never came out in Europe or America. It did get a port to the NES, the Famicom, Nintendo Entertainment System, whichever one you wanna call it. But that version, it was heavily modified. Very, very different. To this day, I've only sort of played the first 5 minutes of it. It is available to play on the Master Collection. It's the bonus content. So I think you got it for free if you pre-ordered the Master Collection, and then after that, it's just available as downloadable content. Along with what else was a bonus? You got the NES version of Metal Gear. You got Snake's Revenge. And you got the 2 graphic novels. They were also available in there. But I was about to look at something on the internet. What was I going to look at on the internet? Oh, I know what I was going to look at. I was going to go to YouTube and have a look when my first Metal Gear game was. Metal Gear Run. But anyway, so back in 2022, when this game, I think it was something like July of 2022, this game turned 35. And as a result, the entire series turned 35. MGSR held a special 25th anniversary weekend event across the entire weekend. The various different runners came forward and did speedruns of every single game in the series. So nearly every game in the series. Not absolutely. I don't think Snake's Revenge was in there. I think Survive was in there. I think someone did Survive. I'm not sure. I did Ground Zeroes. Because that was around the time where I was really sort of heavily into Ground Zeroes. I still love Ground Zeroes. It's a fantastic speedrun. Highly recommend it. Trying to find Metal Gear within my videos though is quite tricky. I did call it MSX. Yes, June 2022. So yeah, it's been 2 years since I really properly looked at this. Yeah, my first run of this was published to YouTube on the 24th of June 2022. So it's a little over 2 years since I really got into this. I have played it since. I've done a couple of runs in various places. I did do a trilogy run at one point where I did this, Metal Gear 2, and Ghost Babel, all 3 back to back. That was part of a 24-hour stream I did a couple of years ago. I never submitted that trilogy run because there were problems with it. It wouldn't have been an official run, and also it was like 4 o'clock in the morning by the time I started the 3rd one, and I was absolutely shattered. I remember Plywood jumping in to do comms just so that I could give my voice a rest because I was like breaking. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get back to 24-hour stream charity streams again because I'm a dad now. It's difficult to sort of find that. Oh!
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
Congratulations. Oh.
A message from Selwyndian, who has now subscribed on Twitch for 42 months. I am very important.
Very important.
Liquid!
Oh, Antigua! was it?
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
No, nobody likes my sunglasses. Everybody hates my sunglasses. Solvinvian, thank you very much for the resub. That's very kind of you. And congratulations on spending your huge amount of channel points to become our latest VIP. That is active straight away. You are now a VIP. That was a whole production. I was just spending some points. Oh, since you were last here, I believe since you were last here, I have done a massive sweep of the stream. Channel points now do loads. There's so many channel point rewards. They all do cool stuff. I'm super proud of everything I did, and the VIP one is really nice. So congratulations. You are the latest VIP. You do get almost all of the perks of a VIP straight away. The only one you don't get straight away is your entrance, because you need to let me know what piece of music or did you feel important, so it totally worked. That's the point of it. And good evening to Heidi. Yeah, I'm glad you feel important. That is the point. I'm going to take yourself again. That is the point of it. It's supposed to make you feel important. Yes, you. It's a bit of a throwback, ain't it? Yeah. Obviously we've been doing the VIP music for quite some time, but yeah, with the new way of doing it and introducing it with high subscribers do now also get to use exclamation mark high and get an entrance. You did, I remember that. That was back. Was that back when were you a VIP for that, or was that because you were a mod? I can't remember why you had one. I don't know. I'm sure you'll tell me. Yes, subscribers can also use the entrance where it comes up. You just don't have a custom sound effect. That's special for VIPs. VIPs get to choose their own. So yeah, drop me a message at some point. Let me know what you'd like, and we'll get that set up. Yeah, have a peruse through some of the other channel point rewards that are there. They are pretty cool. I am currently brainstorming ideas for over 9,000. There's a channel point redemption called over 9,000, which now that I brought the price of everything down. Does he like? And that's 16. That's the Eli.
How many channel points did this reward cost? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
That's over 9,000. As you can see, it costs 9,001 channel points. Thank you, Heidi. I am planning on doing something else with that. Like I think what I'd like to do with that. I've seen that scene plenty of times. I've watched Dragon Ball. I watched 2 of the movies. Heidi, which movies have we got on Blu-ray? Because I've watched those ones. The one with Beirut, the purple cat god. I've watched the ones with the purple cat god, and where Goku goes blue Super Saiyan, whichever blue Super Saiyan is. I've watched one of those, and I watched some Dragon Ball Z abridged. But yeah, because I brought the price of all the other channel point rewards down, it kind of feels like over 9,000 now is too expensive. But obviously the joke only works if it's over 9,000 channel points. So I want to add something else. I'm thinking of something along the lines of what it can only be used once per stream. And then once it's been used, it opens up another channel point reward where like anyone can use it to sort of ask the question, who redeemed over 9,000 this stream, and something fun, something cool will come up that sort of showcases that person. I'd love something where like their avatar comes up and like you get Super Saiyan hair over it and it goes yeah, or something like that. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking of for it. I just haven't worked out what it is yet. So do use that one sparingly, because I have got plans to make that one a bit better. But there's plenty of other channel point rewards to have fun with. Most of them work during the stream. There are a couple that I have disabled when I'm speedrunning. There's the Eli bounce again. There he goes. Meow. Meow, meow. 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 There he goes. The Eli bounce there, you may notice, now costs 17. Well, if you go and check now, it now costs 18. Every single time that reward is redeemed, it increases by 1 channel point in cost, and it also increases in size by 1 pixel wide and 1 pixel high. So the more it gets used, the bigger it gets. And I have seen what it will look like when we get to 1,000. So the more it gets used, the more interesting it gets. Yeah, have a peruse through, particularly if you're someone who's been here for a very long time. You're going to have so many channel points to spend. We actually have stuff for you to spend them on now. I wish you'd do one of the. There is a channel point goal that you can do where you get people to pool channel points into a big pot and it just acts as a goal. I used to do it for like learning other speedruns or other stuff, but I can't remember what. It's been so long. But I'm always on the lookout for other things to do with channel points. So if there's anything you can think of, if you want to suggest anything, or you want to show me something you've seen elsewhere, then let me know. Right, shall we have a go at this speedrun? That sounds like probably a good idea. Oh, and for all of my YouTube viewers, I'm really sorry, but we've been talking about all this channel point stuff. There are no channel points on YouTube. I am considering that. I've seen lots of tutorials about making your own custom channel points and doing something around that. I have no idea if it's something that could be done on YouTube, but it's something I do want to look into and at least see if there's some way of having these channel point rewards accessible on YouTube as well. I just have to work out how it goes. At the moment, the only one that I'm aware of that will work on YouTube is if you spend at least £4 or whatever the equivalent in your own currency is on a super chat. I don't know if it might work for super stickers as well. Whatever message you have read out will be read out by the Keratin Frog. That same goes for bits on Twitch. You can use channel points to do the Keratin Frog reward, or any message read out that was at least 4,000 bits. My good buddy Big Frog will read out. All right, that's enough chat about all of that. I can click complete all and mark all of those off as complete. I need to automate that as well in Streamerbot. I haven't done that yet. Automate marking them as complete once they're done. So I will do that at some point. All right, let me just make sure I've got auto split open. Hopefully this all works. There are a couple of splits in this that haven't properly been tested. So some of them might not work, and I might just need to make a change partway through. We'll see what happens really, and sort of go from there. See what happens. It's all good. Right. So let's get started. First run of this in quite some time. This is Metal Gear. We will be skipping through all of the dialogue nice and quickly. And if you played a lot of the VR missions in Metal Gear Solid 1, a little bit in Metal Gear Solid 2 as well, a lot of the music you're going to recognize. A lot of the music was reused and remixed at various points. There certainly should be stuff you recognize. We're going to pick up 6 rations here. That's 2. That is 3. That is 4. That is 5. Double check. Yep, 5. And that is 6. I say double check. I also opened the item menu to immediately equip the level 1 card. It's not just for double checking. So 6 rations. That is the maximum we can have.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. And in we go. So that is nice. Split correctly. So now we move into we're in building 1 at the moment. We're going to floor 2. And this is where the main sort of section of the run starts. We do have a task to do along the way. We need to rescue 15. I don't know why I went to 17 there. 15 of those prisoners of war. It is mandatory for completing the game. And the reason for it... Oh, sugar, I walked into the door there. I'm going to use another one of those. That's a little bit of a waste, but oh well. The reason for rescuing them is every time we rescue 5, we rank up. You can see that my current class is 1 star. It is mandatory to be 4 star before the end of the run. Run into here. We're going to grab some plastic explosives. Watch out for the the spinning barrels. Through the door. Run along here. Ideally, I want to be taking damage from hitting the guards. You take 3 times as much damage from bullets as you do from just running into a guard. We're going to run out here. Hit that guy. Just before I go across, I'm going to go here. Ration out. We can swap back to card 2. Got our next... Oh, no, I want card 1 here. Whoops. There are a lot of key cards in this. Unlike other games in the series, it was actually Metal Gear Solid 1 that started the trend of having one key card that unlocked every door beneath it. In Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, you have to keep swapping cards over. We're going to go into here. This is sort of a boss fight, but we completely ignore it. We just run past all the guards, run in here, grab the grenade launcher. Yeah, we get a grenade launcher nice and early in this. Now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to use another one of those as I switch weapons. And we just got one little bit of backtracking to do, and I'll run down here. This needed a key card 2. Get this prisoner of war, and that's it. We are done we're done with this section. We can head over here. We can go up here. Guard's line of sight in this is oh, that guy did see me. I was hoping he wouldn't. I was gonna try and demonstrate how guard line of sight in this is a bit off. All right, now we're gonna go down to this floor. I hope I'm on the right floor. I am on the right floor. Yay! Because now we want to get captured. We're going to come in here. We're going to rank up off this guy. Oh, that was a split that shouldn't have happened. I will need to have a look at that one. I need card 1 for this. We've got another prisoner of war to capture, to save. Pretty sure, yeah, that's split again. Okay, I gotta do something about that capture split because that's wrong. Now we're getting captured, and now it should split. There we go. So we've been captured, but the walls in here are paper thin, so we can just punch our way through. That is Grey Fox, everyone. The cyborg ninja from Metal Gear. We've just rescued him. Sorry, from Metal Gear Solid 2. From Metal Gear Solid 2. Cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid, Grey Fox. That was him. That is the first appearance. He is the first other character in the game that we meet. And now we're gonna abuse once again the respawning of items. We're gonna grab 5 lots of ammo. There's no individual ammo in this. It's all one ammo, so that is increasing all of my different ammo. I'm pretty sure that's 5. I should yeah, 30. That's correct. And then I can never remember how to get past Shockmaker with only taking one hit. Hold on. And in here, 3. In front of you, I can finally be rescued. Now I've got this big labyrinth to run around. This is... If anyone was ever going to try and find a skip in this game, this labyrinth would be it. It is such an annoying labyrinth. This would be pretty good. And in fact, actually, it'd be the whole reason for this labyrinth. Finding a skip for would be fantastic. Because this is a very long section for very minimal reward. We're going to pop into here and grab a very required item. This is the bomb blast suit, which protects Snake from explosives, but we're not actually going to use it to protect Snake from explosives. It's very heavy. It means that Snake doesn't get pushed back by wind. That's it. It's very... The items that you use in this are very... they all have a purpose. Very specific uses in the game. So it kind of has a little bit of a puzzle element as well. And you know, with the sort of the way you use items and the way stuff happens in the game, you really see that these were the games that influenced Unmetal, not Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2 and the series didn't influence Metal Gear, partly because Unepic Friend has never played Metal Gear Solid, only ever played Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, and they were big influences on Unmetal. So we've got one more floor to do whilst we're here. We've got our next boss. And of course, when I say boss, I don't really mean that we're going to be fighting him. It's a bit of a trend in Metal Gear. We don't do a lot of fighting of bosses. We do a lot of ignoring of bosses. We're going to run in here, grab another prisoner of war. And we want to run into this room here. That will kill me, so I'm going to do that. So that's Machine Gun Kid. We're going to run into here. We're going to grab this parachute, another item that we need. We're going to run past Machine Gun Kid and run back out the door. And that was Machine Gun Kid. He's going to move. And that's, you sort of see how easy it is to sort of deal with the guard's line of sight. It's very, very straightforward. These are laser detectors, so I'm gonna get spotted here. As you can tell, we're not really interested in stealth in this run. You know, if you've seen any other Metal Gear speedruns, you'll know that that's not uncommon for stealth to kind of just be ignored in Metal Gear. Right, we've got a couple of item changes to do here. I'm going to pop on the bomb blast suit and swap to the grenade launcher. Bomb blast suit has now been used. That's it. The bomb blast suit is for that room only. So it's only used. You can use it as protection against explosives, but we don't really need it. Yeah, that room, there's some really strong winds. And now we're going to fight the Hind. The Hind is relatively straightforward. So I'm just going to make sure I'm not getting hit. We just keep firing it. We just stand here. It can't hit us. We just keep firing grenades at it until it's dead. 2 more, and that should be it. There we go, done. We're just going to pop on this parachute, because the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump off the building. No boba skip. No, there is no boba skip in this game. We do actually have to fight the Hind. Now, we are nearly done with building 1. We're going to grab keycard number 4. Going to take a hit from a mine there. Run up. I do now need to equip card number 4. And we've got our 10th prisoner of war. This is going to rank me up to rank 3. 1 more rank to go. The reason for the rank up, the sort of mandatory ranking up, is there is another character in the game called Jennifer. You only have to contact her over radio, and she'll only help you later on if you are rank 4. So we have to make sure that we're rank 4. I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to pop into here. There's a spare ration. I think I'm okay for rations, but it's been a while since I've done this run, so yeah, we want to do this. We're now going to fight the tank. So here's the tank. I'm going to make a punch, and the tank has been defeated. Wahoo! So yeah, I'm keeping up with the trend of. Oh, I now need to equip the enemy uniform. The enemy guards think that I am one of them, and that's the enemy uniform used. again, one use for a lot of these items. Yeah, the tank there, you can just run straight. If you you can just run straight through it by taking some damage from one of its hits first. There we go. We've actually defeated another boss there. That's the bulldozer. Bulldozer's been defeated. Oh no, we got spotted. Not that it really matters. We're gonna pop over there, grab card 2. Under the water, there's deep water and not deep water. We do take damage if we're in deep water. Yeah, the tank skip there is really easy to do. Just take some damage so that you've got iframes, and then just run through the tank. We've got the antenna. The antenna now allows us to use our radio in different places. It's just a mandatory pickup for the story. And hop in this lift and head up to the roof. So this section, we call this Hell Roof. We automatically get an alert. This alert is mandatory. There's nothing you can do to stop it. We're going to save this guy. Another prisoner of war saved. The prisoners of war never return. I don't recall there being prisoners of war to rescue in Metal Gear 2, and it's not a mechanic that ever really got used again. I need to swap back to card 4. Whoops. It's back in here. We've got this is card 5. Let's grab card 5. Oh, I don't want to punch these guys. I do now want to swap to card 5 so I can get through this door. Hopefully I can get downstairs. Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, sort of. It's a very different prisoner of war type thing for those games, though. So we're now down in the basement of here. There is a gas chamber in the next room, so I'm going to have to make sure that I grab my rations. I'm going to save our next prisoner of war. Going to open this door and immediately equip my rations, and I've got one more bit of plastic explosives I can use, which is good because there's one more door. There's one more bit of plastic explosives we need to use. There we go. Break that. I'm going to use that and equip card 1 to open this door. We've got another prisoner of war. I definitely needed that spare ration that I picked up, so I'm glad I did pick it up. Back to card 5 for this room. We are trying to rescue that guy, Dr. Madnar, except that's not Dr. Madnar, that is an imposter. If you try and rescue him, the floor will open up beneath you and you'll die. And next boss, this is Fire Trooper. As with most bosses, we are just going to ignore Fire Trooper. Heading up 2 floors. I can never remember if it's 2 floors or 1 floor here. Have I gone the right way? Yay, I went the right way. Right, we are just about ready to rank up. So these are the Arnolds, or the Brads. In one version of the game, they're called the Arnolds. In one version of the game, they're called the Brads. They're robots, and they can only be destroyed with a rocket launcher. I've got one more. Assuming that I've got them all, this should be the last. This should be the last prisoner of war to rank up. Excellent. We are now rank 4. Perfect. Which is good because this is the room. One. I've freaking forgotten the 120.84. I've bloody forgotten the code. 120.64. 68. Oh. 78. Why can't I remember it? 75. 85. 86. I've freaking forgotten the code. 94. 9-8. I can't believe I forgot. I've just completely forgotten it. I'm pretty sure it's something 8. Yay, 120.48. Oh, right. That is the first of 2 calls that we can only make if we are rank 4. Because we're rank 4, Jennifer has now put the rocket launcher in this room. Jeez, that was poor. That was really bad. Jennifer has now put the rocket. So that rocket launcher is only there if you make that call after being rank 4. Only thing is we don't have any ammo for it. Now, we could go all the way down to the basement and try and get some ammo, but there's a much easier, though slightly more brutal way of getting some ammo. We're going to hop into here. We're going to hop back out again, and oh no! Damn it. All right, continue. Oh. All right, don't worry. Okay, this time for real. No. Okay. Come on. Oh. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. This is so bad. Oh, what was that noise? So, if you haven't guessed by now, that was deliberate. By taking multiple deaths like that, I think it's 5 deaths in a row, the game kind of takes pity on you, and as a result has completely... Oh, can't quite get in the right position for this. There we go. That's one of them, and... Oh, wow, I nearly died there. I'm going to use that just to be on the safe side. So yeah, the game takes pity on you and like gives you max ammo and rations for everything. As long as you're not doing a... Oh, I need to call Jennifer again. Luckily, Jennifer's number is now just available. So now by calling Jennifer, she will open this door. Inside we have the compass. The compass allows me to navigate the desert. It is required. You cannot skip. You cannot skip that. So yeah, you can only use the trick there with the death abuse. I mean, if you looked at live split and saw that there was a split called death abuse and we were on that split, you might have been able to work it out. That's what I was doing. Now run back through here and in and off. Go down 1 floor and away. So yeah, if you're, I don't know if that trick works on original mode. I'm only playing on easy. I started learning original because original is how you get big boss rank. And I did go for big boss rank runs, but big boss rank on this is very tricky. You're not allowed any kills, and there is a section in a little bit where it's really easy to just kill someone. This is the scuba skip. This is a trick that's only doable on easy. You're supposed to go into the next building, get a scuba suit, which allows you to stay underwater longer, and then come back. As you can see from my health there, though, on easy difficulty, you just about have enough health. I'm gonna run into here. This is Dirty Duck. We are actually going to defeat Dirty Duck. I'm going to fire 2 rockets at him. Must make sure that you don't kill any of those prisoners of war. Killing any of those prisoners of war will drop your rank back down again. Ooh, that audio was a bit weird there. Will drop your rank back down again, and you actually can't complete the game without it, I don't believe. I can't remember. Scuba skip back. Scuba skip all the way back to here. Use another one of those and switch to card 7. Head outside. I now want to skip to the compass. If you don't have the compass equipped here, every time you move on to a new screen, you will just repeat the screen again. You'll just wrap around to the bottom and you'll have to go again. I have now been poisoned by these scorpions. That'll remain for the rest of the run. Oh, there is always an alert there. Card 7 gets me through this door. Here is the bit where big boss rank can completely fail on you. You're not allowed any kills. If any guards if any guards get hit by that C4 and die, that's a big boss run over. And now we are going to head down the long shaft. You could say we're going Sonic Underground. The other horrible thing about Big Boss Rank is you have to do it twice because the scuba suit is in here. So once you've got the scuba suit, you then have to go all the way back. Because this is a level 8 door, which you can't get through on your first attempt through. So run into here. This is a gas room. You see my health is very quickly dropping now. We don't want to go through the door. Through the door is death. It's a trap. Now I'm going to ration and switch to card number 1. This is another gas room. There's explosives in here as well. We don't need to worry about the explosives. We got iframes because I'm constantly being poisoned. We can switch the rations again now. And now we are going to face off against Metal Gear. I've already started wrong. Metal Gear is defeated by putting bombs in the correct order. I'm doing really badly. It is right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, oh, right, left, right. That should be it. Oh god, I completely screwed that up. Left, right, left, right. There we go. That is it. Swap to the rocket launcher. You can see that my split is called LLR. That is deliberately the wrong way around. And this is Big Boss, the playable character in Metal Gear Solid 3, Peace Walker, Portable Ops 5. That was him. That was Big Boss. Originally, it was Big Boss. It has since Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, it has been retconned, and that was not Big Boss. Until Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, that was always Big Boss. And that is the game. That is Metal Gear. That was an okay run up until the point where I completely forgot what the codec number was. Uh, 24 minutes, bang on. That's all right. All right for a first. I say first run back. I've done like 2 or 3 runs in the last couple of days. That should have been a lot better. I did have one. I think it was just the one split image where it was splitting way too easily. So I just need to go back. Just gotta add some numbers to that split image, which was that one. Oh, I say it's a 0.75. Let's just remove it. I think that was the only one that went wrong. Where's the world record save 2 minutes on your PB? Just mostly just small optimizations. That wasn't a very good run. Yeah, obviously I completely screwed up getting the codec call. But yeah, mostly it's just optimization, menu optimizations. Being able to do the menu quickly is very, very good. I mean, I wasn't actually running against my my PB because my PB are on a slightly different set of splits. Just stop. I can't stop the auto splitter. It's going to split again in a minute. Because my PB for this specific, there's several different categories for Metal Gear. MGX1. So for this category that I'm running right now, my PB is 21:22. 21:22 is my PB. The world record is 20:41. So I'm only 30 seconds behind world record with my PB. Yeah, there are lots of different categories for this. The main two being is you've got the category I'm doing is NTSC, HDC, MC. There is no difference between easy and original. You can run on either easy or original. It doesn't actually make a difference for the leaderboards. I can once we get to presented by Konami, we can. I knew the timer was going to start again because it just starts on a black screen. I'll probably do it again in a second. Someday we will meet again. Duh. Metal Gear 2 happens. There we go. There is the score screen. So 23:30 on the IGT. 28 alerts, 2 humans killed, 5 continues, which is perfect. So that's what you want on this. Yeah, as I was saying, you can play on easy or normal for the main speedrun. The main reason why normal isn't separated is because there is a big boss category where you have to play on normal for big boss category. So yeah, I think there doesn't seem to be much point in doing an any % normal. If you're going to play normal, you might as well go for big boss. So that's kind of why normal isn't its own category, because it's just with extra requirements. But yeah, the specific category that I'm doing here is NTSC, HDC, MC. So that is any NTSC version of the PS2 port. So this game originally came out on MSX2, which if there is a category for MSX2 if you want to play the original MSX version of it. There is a GOG version, a PC GOG version of the game as well. That has its own category. It was on the Wii store, the Wii Virtual Machine. Is that what the Wii Virtual Machine? I believe you can play it on that as well, so that's got its own category. But this is the sort of the main two, Virtual Console. The main two that people do is NTSC means playing the version that was included on the second disc of Metal Gear Solid 3. I would show my camera, but I don't think. Oh, there it is. There it is, right at the back. You can just see it. You can just see it there. So that's my copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. That is the special 3-disc edition. I pre-ordered it, 3 discs, get the Persistence disc as well. But yes, so for a lot of Western audiences, the first time they actually saw this version of the game was in that collection in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. So NTSC means playing. See you, dude. Means playing either of the NTSC versions, so the American version or the Japanese version of MGS3 Subsistence. HDC means playing any version on the HD collection, so either the Xbox 360 or PS3 HD collection. And obviously MC is the Master Collection, which is what I'm playing it on. So those are all the same. The other main category that people run, and the fastest category, I believe it. I don't believe any of the other, I don't believe the Wii version. I don't believe the Wii version's fast or anything like that. 35, 31, 35, 2058, 1841. Yeah. Oh wow! By 2 minutes. By 2 minutes, the world record for PS2 PAL is 2 minutes faster than the world record for this. So the other category is PS2 PAL, which means playing that specifically that version, the version that was included in any European copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. The reason for that is, as you may know, in America and Japan, they had NTSC, which ran at 60 hertz. Most games therefore ran at 60 frames per second. Over in Europe, we had PAL, which was 50 hertz. And so games could only run up to 50 frames per second. And as a result, NTSC was faster. Running at 60 frames per second is faster than running at 50 frames per second. However, when the PAL version was ported, I'd say the developers, but the remasterers, or however the people who ported it, knew that the PAL version was going to run slower because it would only run at 50 frames per second instead of 60, and so they deliberately sped the game up. I believe they gave not just like the emulation. They actually went in and changed values in the game so that Snake and enemies all moved slightly faster. The only thing is that they overclocked it slightly, and as a result, PS2 PAL runs faster than NTSC HTC. So that's why those two games are separated. So yeah, there's also MSX2 PAL and MSX2 NTSC, which I don't quite get. I didn't realize MSX2 had different. Are PCS3 and PCSX2 are allowed for runs of this category? What? I don't know. I don't understand what the difference is there. MSX emulators rules are under the MSX categories. I didn't realize there was a PAL MSX and an NTSC MSX. Oh, it's not something I'm really that fussed about, so I don't worry about it. But yeah, there's because of that, there's so many different versions of this game. Just for any percent RTA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 different leaderboards. This one category, just because of the different versions of the game there are, which is kind of whack. There's four main categories: any percent RTA, which is what I'm doing, Big Boss, which I also talked about, 100%, which is obviously beating the game whilst collecting everything. All saving every prisoner of war, because there were prisoners of war that I skipped, collecting every item. I think there were prisoners of war I skipped. I actually don't know. I'd find out. Show rules. Category rules. Collect all 7 weapons and the silencer via direct pickup. Collect all 25 pieces of equipment. Collect all 24 prisoners of war. So yes, there were 9 prisoners of war I didn't get. Defeat all 8 bosses and 3 mini bosses. So you can't just run past the bosses. You have to kill them. Complete the game with the class of rank 4. And unlock all 4 codec frequencies for those versions. Also, collecting all 24 prisoners of war includes Grey Fox, Ellen, and Dr. Madnar. I don't even remember going and where Dr. Madnar is. It's not something we do in the normal speedrun, where you actually go and rescue all. There's the specific hostages that sort of tell the story, and we just completely ignore them. The final category is any percent IGT, which I've never really put much effort into. I've just always submitted whatever I've done in any percent RTA. I've also submitted an IGT. She may recall, because I've already skipped past the I've already reset the already reset live split. That my final time was 24 minutes. However, my IGT on the score screen is 23:30. The reason for that is because whenever you take a death in Metal Gear, when you continue, your IGT goes back to what it was on that checkpoint. So say you cross the checkpoint at 10 minutes and 11 seconds, and then 50 seconds later you die. When you restart from that checkpoint, you will restart at 10 minutes and 11 seconds. So you always the time picks up from where you left off. So as a result, if the main game was ran with IGT instead of, this is why the game's recorded in RTA rather than IGT. If you recorded it in IGT, it kind of means that deaths don't matter. So as a result, IGT and any percent IGT is its own separate category, and that allows you to abuse death. So it means if you go through a room and you make a mistake, you make a big cock up, then you can take a death, take your checkpoint, and do it again. And so it's a lot more optimized for NTSC, MC, all of that. The world record for any percent RTA is 20 minutes and 41 seconds, whereas IGT it's 17. Oh no, that's PSU PAL. IGT it's 19 minutes and 31 seconds. So yeah, it's 1 minute and 10 seconds faster on IGT than it is on RTA because you have time to go back in, and that's probably like super optimized. Yeah, that is sort of the what's interesting and different about Metal Gear. Metal Gear 2 is similar, although Metal Gear 2 you are allowed to just sorry, Metal Gear 2 is just done by IGT. It's the same. It's still the same. It's still, if you take a death, your IGT will pick back up again. But for some reason, that is the only timing method. I don't know why it was done that way, but that is what it is. All right. So we're gonna go again. I got one split that didn't. That's kind of split too early. If it does it again, what I'll probably do is pause and find a different way of splitting. I can already think of where I do it. I do it in the room with Grey Fox because you'll actually have Grey Fox in the middle. So that should be a bit easier. Yeah, we'll just start again. Only thing, if I do a new game plus now, I will have the bandana. But I can't actually reset the game. So we'll just go for it. So yeah, let's give it another crack, and hopefully I can remember what was the bloody codec in the end? It was 140.48 in the end. Is that what it was? Okay, it's always 148. There's no 141, 142. It's 140. It's only the last two digits. I'm pretty sure it was 48. Don't even need to remember the first three digits. I just need to remember 48. Pretty sure it's 48. Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1, go. Bam 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 ba 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 ba. Beep. Tick 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 tick. Ba bum. Right, here we go. So, I'm going to run straight up here. Gonna run outside, go and grab key card 1, which is right here. Get spotted by that guy. Oh well. And we're going to abuse these rations. We can carry. You can carry. I think you can carry more than 6, but we grab 6 because 6 is the optimal number. Or it might be you can only carry more than 6 if you death abuse. Don't know. Who knows? I believe that's 5. Yep, that's 5. Oh, I've got the bandana equipped. And that's 6. No rations left in this van overnight. So that's our 6 rations. Yeah, I hope that bandana doesn't get in my way. And first split. Head upstairs. And get spotted by that camera, and we go for a bit of a jog. And spotted by guards. As I said in the first run, we want to get hit by guards themselves. We want to run into guards and take damage from them. Oh, I didn't mash that quickly enough. We'll try that again. That should have auto splitter should have reset there. Reset image is on. Oh, the reset image is currently on 0.94 and the threshold is 0.98. That's no good. Let me change that. Let's make the threshold 0.93 then. Stop. Reload. All right, let's try that again. I don't like my. I'm gonna quickly reset the game. Unfortunately, the only way of resetting it is to close it and restart again. But it gets the bandana out of my equipment, which I really don't want. really don't want the bandana in the equipment because equipment in this does kind of become a muscle memory thing. You really should be remembering where your equipment is. It's going to start every time. There we go. We should be good now. All right. So we can start again from fresh. 3, 2, 1, go. Bum ba da ba ba bum ba bum 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 ba da ba 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 ba. You may have also noticed that there are only 2 buttons for actions. X and circle are the only 2 buttons that are used sort of for in the game. We use L2 and R2 to switch weapons. And then, of course, there is pause, which I don't use because you don't want to pause the game. There's no select. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And 1 more is 6. Inspired by these guys. In we go. Yeah, gold split. Ba bum. Ba bum ba ba ba. Get spotted by the camera. Down we go. Rescue our first prisoner of war. He's been saved. Into the room. His ration. Get back out again. Try not to get shot. Second prisoner of war. Yo. Oh. Yeah, successfully avoid getting shot again. And all the way the barrels. Again, really don't want to get shot if I can avoid it. Just taking damage from the guards themselves it's 3 times as much damage getting shot as it is just running into a guard. So here, oh, actually, I got shot. There it goes. Done it correctly this time. 3, 2, 1, go. I should have played it. I should have played it safe and just taken the ration. And that's kind of it. This early bit kind of is like one of the most important bits for, you know, doing a really, really good run. Oh yeah, the soundtrack is so good. And you know, it's so good because you recognize all of these tracks from, you know, from later Metal Gears that reuse these pieces of music. This piece of music is famously called the Theme of Tara. I'm not quite sure why it's called the Theme of Tara. There is no character called Tara in this game, but this is Theme of Tara, which was heavily used in Metal Gear Solid's VR missions. You get 2 PBs into the game I just had. Ooh. Oh, that guy just straight up shoot me. Just immediately turned, just bam. Not even like, didn't even like flinch. Just nope, I'm shooting him. Yeah, there is quite a bit of RNG with like getting shot and stuff like here, because you kind of want to maintain your rations so that you don't have to pick up more later, and that you can do pretty well. So here I want to use another. So that's kind of a waste. You wouldn't really want to use that. The main thing with wasting rations is every time you rank up, you will go back to, well, you'll go, not only go back to full health, but you'll also, your max health will increase slightly. So you really don't want to have to use a ration just before you're about to rank up, because that's that wastes a lot of time. Well, that's not. Sorry, it doesn't waste a lot of time. Well, eventually it wastes time, but it's a waste of resources more than anything else. I don't know whether I got. Oh, I've been shot a couple of times there. That's nasty. In here, this is good. I'm being hit by the guards. Across the electric floor. Swap there. Oh, I always forget that one's still door one. So yeah, one of the other there's a lot of knowledge required for this game, a lot of memory. The main one being is that you need to remember which key card is for which door, and it can get a little bit taxing. I am gonna need to. Probably going to need to ration early here. So let's do it now. Ration. A bit of a waste of you kind of want to not have used so many rations at this point already. So I will need to go and grab spares. Back to card 2. Oh, some more damage there. One little bit of backtracking. Go and grab this prisoner of war. Head back up. Back the way we came. Assuming my line... No, it wasn't quite right there. I don't know, as I can take plenty of damage now. I want to head down 2 floors here. I can never quite remember how many floors I'm supposed to go down here. Yeah, I got it right. I'm gonna be a fairly decent time save there. Okay, I'm fine. I ranked up at the right time, so I thought the theme of Terra. The theme of Terra. Oh, sugar. Save this one. Ooh, I was actually in the right position there. Now my splits have gone too far the other way. And it didn't split at all there. Break through these paper-thin walls. And say hello to the shot maker. The first boss who, as becomes a trend in this run, we will just be ignoring. Go grab keycard 3. And we want to get 5 lots of ammo there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 5. We can equip card 3 and we can equip the plastic explosives. Take some damage from Shotmaker there, which should be fine. Oh, I still took extra damage. Oh well. And now make our way through the labyrinth. Head down this corridor. Head up this corridor. It's very long labyrinth with teleporting doggos. You may notice that the dogs have a habit of teleporting. The way the dogs work is that if a dog chases you, if a dog's chasing you and you move off a screen, that dog will then appear on the next screen, even if they weren't in like the same corridor you were in. So we might get to see it one more time where that happens. Oh, got the bomb blast suit. So here, there were dogs chasing me, and now the dog's chasing me. But there's only ever one dog. You never get multiple dogs chasing you. Yeah. If there's a dog running around on your screen, that dog, wherever that dog on the screen is, it doesn't matter. That dog will then follow you onto the next screen. Like that one. Grab the officer's uniform. Hope I'm not going to die to the dogs here. We're okay. So now I'm going to go up 2. Just going to go and say hello to Machine Gun Kid. These dogs are descendants of Dee Dee. I do need to use a ration here. Otherwise, I will just die. Please don't shoot me. In here, rescue our next prisoner of war. And we'll go say hello to Machine Gun Kid. Hey, Machine Gun Kid. I want to swap to card 1 here. All the way along. Grab the parachutes. Swap back to card 3 again. Menuing there wasn't very optimal. I should have gone the other way. And assuming I move here correctly, that guard shouldn't hit me or spot me. Nice. Oh, I wasn't supposed to swap back to card 3. You don't need to. The door stays open. We are nearly done in building 1. Building 1 is the longest building. Oops, moved over a little too far there. Ow. Do 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 do. Now I'm going to head up to the roof. Here we want to swap to the bomb blast suit and the grenade launcher. Only use the bomb blast suit. If you're not wearing the bomb blast suit there, Snake will get pushed back by the wind. Don't worry about getting spotted there. All the way over to the sides, so we can just get across this. You can fall off this wobbly bridge. Obviously, you don't want to fall off the wobbly bridge. I hope I don't die here. I really don't want to have to use another ration, because I'm going to... the very next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to... Oh, no, I'm going to have to use a ration. Because there's mines in them. There's a minefield. So we'll do that now. Ration and parachutes. Whee! It's a shame. It's a shame I had to use a ration there because the very next major thing, I'm going to get key card number 4, and then I'm going to rank up. So it's this means that this run isn't overly optimal right now. Key card 4. There's the mine that you hit. I tried to figure out how you can get past those mines without getting hit, so I didn't have to use a ration, but it just wasn't worth the effort. Now I need key card 4. So I might actually need to grab 2 rations from the truck in the desert. Should probably grab 2 just to be on the safe side. And up here and back in here. This should take me straight into the truck. I wasn't quite in the right position. So we'll grab... Yeah, I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to grab 2 of these rations. So that we've got them. Oh, so I move correctly. And now we can fight the tank. Here he is. Punch. And we've beaten the tank. Huzzah! Wear the soldier uniform, and that's the one and only use of the soldier uniform. Because the game is so simple, there's very little way of like skipping a lot of this stuff. Uh-oh. I have made an error. I shouldn't have moved. I tried to be clever. If you get the timing of your shots just right, you don't need to move back to hit bulldozer again. But You have to be very, very fast. And that isn't it. I don't know why I keep moving out. I've got no ammo. I've got no ammo at this point. I should just go up to it and die and do it again. Maybe I get. I mean, this run's already dead, really. That's the thing. This run's so short and it's so well optimized that any sort of dumb mistakes like that, and the run's over. There we go. It is possible to get through there without getting spotted. I mean, it's possible to get through the whole game without getting spotted because big boss rank is a thing. Keycard 2. Go down so we don't get spotted by that guards. Not that it really matters. Just gonna get spotted here. Do 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 do. A big boss trick there. 1 minute behind. It's not good, is it? Yeah, it's probably worth resetting at this point. Or with instead of continue, I don't know. I'm still continuing. I keep saying, oh, I should probably just reset, but I'm still just going for it. What am I doing? Should just reset. It's over. And I can afford. This is the one game in the series I can afford to be slightly reset heavy with, because this will be the first game in the series. When I do the Pentalogy, we start with this. Obviously, I've been doing the Metal Gear Solid trilogy. Well, I won't be starting with Metal Gear Solid. I'll be starting with this. This is the one game in the series where I can be somewhat reset. I wouldn't say reset heavy. I'll say reset friendly. I can be reset friendly with this game because it is the first game in the series, but obviously I don't want to do that. I will want to try and get on with it and just, you know, get through the game. I still haven't reset. 1 minute behind. I still haven't reset. Oh. It's an awkward menu. This is the other reason why running out of rations is bad, because now your rations are in a different position, and they get a bit awkward. Just need to use another one. Definitely glad I picked up 2. So yeah, the optimization of rations is kind of important in this run. But it's also, you know, RNG is exactly how you get hit and when you get hit. So it can be a little awkward. There is a gas mask you can get that stops you from taking damage from gas, but obviously we don't bother with that. Up 2 floors. One of the interesting things about this building that I'm in, building 2, is there are 2 elevators in building 2. One elevator on each side. So one on the east and one on the west. One only goes up and the other only goes down. So it's very important that whichever one you get in, you get it right. This is a keycard 3. Right, 4-8. I should rank up now. So 120.48. Oh, yeah! I got it right this time. Only keycard 6 for this room. Call Jennifer. She gives us the rocket launcher. Quite how she's managed to do that, I don't know, but no one else went in. No one else went into that room. That's the wrong key card. I want card 5. So now we're going to go and do our death abuse. Doesn't matter how much damage I take here. Deep cut reference there. The reason why we don't start the death abuse until going into the elevator is the elevator becomes a checkpoint. Oh yeah, elevators are checkpoints in this game. Whenever you go into an elevator, that is a checkpoint. So we do this 5 times. Jennifer? Holy crap. That took me a minute to get it. Oh wow, that's Doomsday Arcade. Jeez. Yay! I beat that Brad nice and quickly. That's a much better beat. Oh, that's way better. Card 2. Cool, Jennifer. Something about one of them's sister. Jennifer. Right, we are done in this room, so we're gonna head this way. Oh, Lung's mother. Oh yeah, Shank says something like, you know, that's not what your mum said last night. Jennifer. Oh, I want to watch Doomsday Arcade again. God. Do you remember when The Escapist was good? And The Escapist actually did cool shit? Is it still on The Escapist? How have gamers not just removed it all? Oh, those were the days. That's when Escapist was good. No, I want my Russian still. Doomsday Arcade, There Will Be Brawl, Gymquisition, Big Picture with Movie Bob. And Zero Punctuation, because Zero Punctuation isn't on there anymore. Because game has really gone fucked up. Alright, I'm going to take on Dirty Duck. 2 shots with the rocket launcher. Dirty Duck's so easy. You just make sure you're on the left-hand side. Just shoot him. Shoot 2 rockets and he's dead. You just got to make sure you don't hit any of the make sure you don't hit any of the prisoners of war, otherwise you are screwed. Educate yourself. Wow. Oh my god, Doomsday Arcade is so good. Like, it's like made by only 2 or 3 guys with like handheld. Like, Shanks is like a professional. Shanks is like a professional video maker now. He does loads of really interesting projects. I checked him out a couple of years ago. Last time I was thinking about Doomsday Arcade just to see what they did now do. Yeah. Oh my god, I gotta rewatch Doomsday Arcade at some point. I am on a bit of a video game themed watch through a thing. I'm currently watching Fallout. I've got two more episodes of Fallout to go. And Fallout has been fan. I've really enjoyed Fallout. I can absolutely see why everyone like has been saying Fallout is like the best video game based thing. Like movie, TV show, whatever. Because yeah, it is incredible. I've got 2 episodes to go. Just watched episode 6. I haven't watched Last of Us because Last of Us was on. Can't remember where Last of Us was. Like it's on Max or yeah, Max HBO. So I don't have access to watch The Last of Us. I'd like to. The only thing with that Last of Us is I haven't played the games. I do have a PS3. I just never got round to giving The Last of Us a go. Last of Us on PC now, or have I made that up? So yeah, I've been watching Fallout. Heidi's just bought like 3, because there was an offer on. Heidi's just bought 3 months of. Oh, hang on. Right. No, it's right, left. Right, left. Right, left. Left. Right, left. Left. Right, left. Right, left, right. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually. The Last of Us remakers. And now we take out Big Boss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get nice and close to him. And that is the run. Obviously, it's still far behind. It took that massive death. But there's still an improvement over the previous run, mainly because I remember what the bloody codec frequency was. Still 2 minutes behind PB though. Pew. Yeah, Fallout has been really good. Heidi just bought. There was a deal on Paramount Plus because we've got Amazon Prime. There was a deal on Paramount Plus because she uses it to watch Star Trek. She likes Lower Decks and Discovery and all of the different Star Trek shows that are available through there. We used it to watch Halo when she was watching Star Trek. We also watched Halo, Halo was all right. Oh, if that's the Doomsday Arcade theme, then that is 100% definitely happening. I'm gonna quickly check whilst we watch through the credits. Oh, that would have been way better. Why was it? Oh, it's Final Fantasy 16. Cool. Ah, that works. It works. Maybe do that actually. I mean, it'd only be a little bit. I only tend to go up to like 10 seconds for the VIP intro, so I'd have to work out exactly which 10 seconds of the Doomsday Arcade theme would work. Yeah, that's the only other thing. Doomsday Arcade is, what, 2010? 2011? Something like that. So it's rough. It is a rough watch now. It's just 2 guys with a camcorder and very, very basic, very basic, like editing skills and compute. I hesitate to say CGI, but yeah, it's all very very rough cut. But it was such an awesome idea, very indie. It was wonderful. This is when Escapists used to fund these really cool video projects, which is really cool. There was a third one that got that had a pilot, and it did win like a vote to get made, and it never got made, which was a real shame. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a gritty Pokemon series. It was Pocket Monsters. The pilot is incredible. It's so good, and it never got made. And it's a real shame that it never got made, because it's the idea that it's set in a world of Pokemon. It's all live action, but it's set in a world where the Pokemon themselves are vicious, brutal animals. Like, the whole world has to deal with the fact that Pokemon exist and they will just kill people. And the pilot episode is it's like someone plays Ash, and Ash is like a former I think he's like a former Pokemon master, and he gets sort of drafted back in out of retirement to try and deal with some murders where people have been murdered by Pokemon, and there's just this whole sequence where they're fighting a wild oh yeah, it's Brock who brings him out of retirement. And they're dealing with a wild Bulbasaur, and you barely see the Bulbasaur. It like hides in the bushes and stuff. But this Bulbasaur just murders so many people, like a squad of soldiers. It's so good. And they never made it. The other big one was There Will Be Brawl, which was also good. Doomsday Arcade was my favorite, but There Will Be Brawl was really good, which is just a really cool story with based on the characters of Super Smash Brothers Brawl, about the sort of like gang warfare within different factions, and Luigi trying to prove himself as a against his brother. Like Luigi was the main character, and sort of like Mario is. Are they trying to I think they're trying to take over or something. I can't remember exactly. No, I'm getting mixed up with I'm getting mixed up with Doomsday Arcade. Doomsday Arcade, the villains are Mario and Luigi. By the way, Doomsday Arcade, the idea of Doomsday Arcade is it follows two best friends, both called Michael, and video game characters have infiltrated our world and they're trying to take over. And it's really funny. As I say, Mario is the main villain, Luigi's one of the main villains, and just in each episode, the Michaels are traveling to try and solve it or something. I can't remember exactly what they're trying to do, but every episode is about a different encounter with another video game. So there's a Pokemon episode where they fight a wild Pikachu. There's a Valve episode where they fight Gordon Freeman and G-Man's there and they use a portal gun. That's it. They need to find Polybius, which is if you know your urban legends, the urban legend is there used to be a video game cabinet called Polybius, which when people played, it would like mind control them, and then the CIA would take them away, and it's not real. Polybius featured had a small cameo appearance in the first season of Loki, when Loki goes to the Void and he's in the sort of headquarters of the other Lokis that are there. There's a Polybius cabinet in one corner. Which is really cool. Yeah, it's a really cool show, and There Will Be Brawl was really cool as well. Snake's in There Will Be Snake makes a couple of very small appearances. He's not a main character, but he's there. Snake and Sonic are both in it because they were characters in Brawl. I don't know if every single Brawl character makes an appearance, but most of them do. Yeah, really cool. And as I say, it's back when Escapist used to be really interesting and different and wild and out there, and now Escapist is a bit shit because they lost all of their good video. They lost all of their good video people. All of their good video people went and formed Second Wind, and then Second Wind lost Frost, and Frost like made a huge deal about how the head editor of Second Wind, who was former editor's probably not the right term, who was creative control. I can't remember what his job title is, but he brought them all over from Escapist to form Second Wind, and then it turns out that he's a massive dick, and has been terrible this whole time. So I'm still watching bits of Second Wind, but it's really put me off. The whole thing that came out from Frost and everyone's reactions. So they did this thing where when Frost first left, he wrote a message. He wrote a public message of the reasons why he was leaving, and talking about Nick Calandra and the disagreements, and how he thought that Nick Calandra's basically a piece of shit. And they kind of in response, Second Wind kind of trooped out all of the different stakeholders, so to make public statements. Like, so Yahtzee did one, and JM8 did one. He does Design Delve. I quite like Design Delve. It's pretty good. And some of the other guys, I can't remember all their names. And just the way they kind of paraded them out with these non-committal statements, basically just saying, it was more that they didn't really address anything that Frost had said. They just kind of ignored it and bypassed it. I think Yahtzee's was the worst, where Yahtzee basically just his message was basically, I don't care, was the crux of it. And it's just like, yeah, you made that pretty obvious that you actually don't care. As long as you're fine and you're doing what you want to do. Yeah, it left whole Frost thing left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth with Second Wind. And I liked Frost. I liked Cold Take. I thought Cold Take and all of Yahtzee's stuff were the two main things I watched. I watched the occasional episode of Design Delve as well. Those were the main things I watched. So yeah, I hope Frost does well going back on their own. That was a weird segue. I wasn't expecting us to go on a big chat about the history of Escapist. That was cool. That was a nice reference. I liked that. Yeah, go watch Doomsday Arcade. I'm gonna rewatch Doomsday Arcade at some point. But going all the way back to talking about Fallout. And I mentioned Paramount Plus and that we watched Halo and that Heidi uses it to watch Star Trek. Now that we've got Paramount Plus back again, because I haven't had it in quite a while, once I finish Fallout, I'm going to watch Knuckles, because I didn't watch Knuckles. I heard Knuckles wasn't that good. I heard it was okay. Apparently, it didn't have enough Knuckles in it. I heard that there was a pretty distinct lack of Knuckles in the Knuckles series, but I still want to watch it because it's 2024 and we've got Sonic 3 and Knuckles this year. I don't know how I'm going to see. Let's take as we're just ranting, let's take a little bit of a break. Not a huge break. Not gonna go to a big massive break. But we can take a short break. While we're here. Don't like the spacing on don't like the spacing on that thing. Very close, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm even going to get to see Sonic 3. It's not something that me and Heidi did see Sonic 1 and 2 in the cinema, but obviously since Sonic 2 came out and before Sonic 3, we've had a child in the middle of all of that. Thinking the Crazy Colonel's Alien speech, but the Echoey MGS4 version. What's the Echoey MGS4 version? Oh! Ooh. I do like that one. That's pretty cool. I just sat there and watched it while you guys just all watched my reaction because I didn't actually put it up on the screen or anything. You'll have to go and watch it yourself. Yeah, sorry. Going back to Sonic 3. Yeah, obviously we've had a child since Sonic 2 came out. So Alex kind of makes it a bit different. And the timing of it, because Sonic 3 is like out a few days before Christmas. I think I know Sonic 3 is out very close to Christmas. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, 2024. Release date, the 21st of December. Yeah, so it's the week, it's the Friday or the Thursday or the Friday before Christmas. Oh, Kristen Ritter is in it and has. I remember hearing that Kristen Ritter was rumored to be in it, but they've said that she's playing Captain Rockwell. There you go. If you don't recognize the name of Kristen Ritter, she was Jessica Jones in the Netflix Marvel Defenders series, and she was Jesse's girlfriend in Breaking Bad. She's great. I'm glad she's in the movie. Though there was a lot of speculation that she was going to be voicing Rouge, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Unless it's a misdirect and she's not actually playing Capitan Rockwell. And it's just a ruse that she's actually voicing Rouge. But I can't imagine they'd include Rouge in it. Like, they're introducing Shadow. There are strong hints that Amy Rose might be in it. Because people have seen shots where, like, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails are stood in a weird position with a gap between them. And it seems like there should be someone filling that gap, so it feels like they've removed Amy from shots. Kind kind of makes sense to include Amy. Like, you've got the main three. They're introducing Shadow. They introduce another character to sort of be on their side as well. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I just don't know how I'm going to watch it because I don't think we're going to go to the cinema. We're not going to. If we were going away for Christmas, if we were like going to either my parents or Heidi's parents for Christmas, then one day during that time we could leave Alex with them and go to the cinema for an afternoon or an evening or something. That's what we did for Deadpool and Wolverine. But we're not. We are staying. We're having a nice, quiet family Christmas. Just the three of us at home. It's our first. It's our second Christmas with Alex. We had his first Christmas with my parents. But at that point he was 2 months old, so he had no idea what was going on. He didn't talk. He didn't speak. He didn't do anything. So this Christmas he might have started picking up a few words, but he should have a better idea of what's going on. But so as a result, we wanted to have a nice, quiet Christmas on our own, just us and him to really enjoy it as a family rather than going elsewhere. Also means I'm not taking any time off. The only time off that I will have from work is bank holidays and the Friday. So I don't get Christmas Eve off because that's not a bank holiday. I get Christmas Day, Boxing Day. I get the Friday off because our entire company just has one extra day around Christmas where everyone gets it off and you don't have to apply for holiday or anything, which is the Friday. I'll then have New Year's Day off and that's it. Obviously weekends as well. I don't work weekends. So yeah, there's not really the opportunity for us to go and see Sonic 3 around that time. So we'll either figure something else or I'll watch it when it comes. It doesn't take long for films that were in the cinema to come to streaming and well, it doesn't take long to come to streaming. It tends to take a bit longer to get a physical version of a film. It's crazy how quickly some of these films are coming out. It's no wonder the cinema's dying. It's insane. Right, well, actually, let's take a more extended break. When I come back, we'll do another run or so of this. If I can get a decent PB of this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a PB, but if I can get a decent run of this where I don't get any deaths, it's close to PB, then we probably don't need to do this on Thursday. I wasn't expecting this one to be a very long. It's not a particularly difficult. Thanks for lurking. It's not a particularly difficult speedrun. Is MGX or MGX1 Metal Gear, whatever you want to call it. There's loads of different ways of naming this game. And I'm surprised at sort of how quickly I picked it back up. I just it was on Saturday night or something. I decided to pick it up and just do a quick run from memory. Didn't watch any videos or anything. Just tried to do a run from memory. And apart from some little mistakes and minor mistakes, I got through it. I got through the route, and I even remembered most of the doors. That's one of the biggest things about this, is knowing which key you need for which door. It gets more difficult in Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 2 will need a bit more time because I would only ever really completed 2 or 3 runs of that. I didn't play it as much as, certainly not as much as this one. Certainly not. It's probably one of the, outside of Metal Ghost Babel. It's probably the one game in the series that I've learned and then spent very little time actually doing runs. I only ever submitted one run of Metal Gear 2. I never submitted one run of Ghost Babel. I can't think of any other game. I spent more time on Survive than either of those games. I can't think of any other games in the series that I haven't spent. There's certainly categories that I haven't spent that much time in. I can't think of any other games in the series where I really didn't spend that much time in them. Kind of had it as a one and done. And Metal Gear 2 was definitely a one and done, so that'll be a bit trickier to get back to. So if we can just have Metal Gear 1 in this stream, then we'll do it. Sounds good. Yeah, that's probably a wise decision, actually. Yeah, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll do another couple of these runs. And I did say at the start, we're going to be finishing this stream a little earlier than usual. I've got a slightly earlier start and a longer day tomorrow. I don't want to I really, really don't want to fall asleep at work or be like overly tired. So yeah, let's take a break. And I'll see you because I definitely need a drink. And I will see you all in a couple of minutes. Bye. Alrighty, welcome back, folks. So we're going to do a couple more runs of Metal Gear and then call it a night. So we're having a bit of a shorter stream tonight. So better get on with it then, hadn't we? Oh, welcome back. All right, who's ready for round 3? Would like to get a decent run done where I don't like have silly deaths or big time losses, and something closer to my original PB. It suggests on LiveSplit there that my PB would be 22:27, but it isn't. My PB is about 21:20. It's different set of splits. Let's give this a go in 3, 2, 1, go. Bum, bum, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, dum. One slightly annoying thing about the Master Collection, which is this carries over from the HD collection compared to the PS2, is that skipping dialogue and stuff like that is all backwards. In the Master Collection, it's circle to skip dialogue, whereas on the original PS2 version it was X, because the original PS2 version where X was cancel. And yeah, like you keep seeing me mess up with the codec as well, where sometimes I'll close the codec instead of calling with the codec. How many am I on? Oh, that's all 6. Good, glad I checked there. Yeah, so you might see me messing up with the codec, and that's because the buttons feel backwards. Because yeah, on the original PS2 version of MGS3, they always went with the idea that X is cancel and circle is confirm, which is how the Japanese do the PlayStation. They've always done their PlayStation controls where X is cancel and circle is confirm, which kind of makes sense for those icons. It actually makes more sense than how we do it in the US and Europe, where X is confirm and circle is cancel. Well, it was triangle was cancelled back in the PS2 days. It was more the PS3 where it then became circle as cancel. But then when we got the HD collection, and that's carried on over into the Master Collection as well, they swapped it all around so that circle became cancel and X became confirm, and that kind of messed it. It just means that some of the buttons are the wrong way around in game when compared. I'm much more used to playing the PS2 version of this. But obviously, this is we are doing the Master Collection. This is all part of running the Master Collection, all 5 games in the Master Collection back to back. So there'll be a little point in trying to get used to the PS2 version, and then when I got into the actual run, I'd then have to go back and do the other way around. Also, I want keycard 1. I keep forgetting that. That is card 1. Here, take a left. Da, 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 da. Back to card 2. Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't have to take damage there. Card 1 to get into here. Grab the grenade launcher. Back to card 2. And then a little backtrack here just to go and grab this Prisoner of War, because you need card 2, which we didn't have earlier when we were in this area. Now we can make our way onto the next little section. Ooh. Bad movement there. Up here, take a right. Gonna get spotted there, that's fine. Doesn't really matter too much about damage. Oh, nice split. Down 2 floors. We are getting ready to get captured. I'm hoping this doesn't split when I go in, go into one of the rooms here. It hasn't. Good. That's the rank up. This is what, that rank up is why it's bad that I've already used 3 rations, 2 rations, 4 rations at this point. Yeah, you really want to have only used 3 rations at that point, because it's the last one's a bit of a waste, but sometimes you don't really have a lot of choice. Right, is it going to split here? It still hasn't split. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to quickly, we're going to start again. I'm going to reset. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. It's a little bit awkward because the game automatically pauses. Take screenshot. Hopefully that's worked. So you just have to bear with me for a second. I'm going to open my my best image editing software in order to crop out some of the bit. You can crop out bits of you can crop out bits of the image that you're looking for. So we crop out the bottom bit and crop out. We don't actually should probably crop out where Snake is, because Snake could be up or down, but it shouldn't actually make that much difference. It's more just cropping out the bottom piece, because we might have a different item out, we might have a different number or different level of health or stuff like that. That one, yeah. So yeah, I know you guys can't see what's going on, but don't worry too much about it. Let me just, I've got a previous one that I'm just going to drop in because there's a black bit at the bottom. Let's crop that to about there. Crop that one to the same point. We'll just crop out Snake from the right hand side. That should do. I know you can't see what's going on, so just bear with me a second. Cut, paste this picture, so it's that, and then recrop it back out so that it's the right size. There we go. And save as picture. So pop that in my image folder, and I want to replace image 3. Right, so now that should split. It should now split when I go, hey Natals. It should now split when I come into this room, assuming it's been done correctly. So pause, quick. Just wait a second. The live split will automatically reset in a second. There we go. All right. Hopefully this works. This works better. We'll see what happens. Oh, my super duper image software there was Microsoft PowerPoint. It's the quickest and easiest way of doing something really simple. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Bum, 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 bum. You know, I think this was the first game I completed after Alex was born. Because the Master Collection came out like 2 days after Alex was born, if I recall correctly. Alex was born on the 23rd of October. I think this came out on the 25th. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, one more. 6. So yeah, there's a photo of me holding Alex in my arms whilst also holding a controller and playing this. because I just kind of managed it. It was a bit funny. That's the thing with Alex's birthday being the 23rd of October. That is sort of the prime time for game releases, like Sonic X Shadow Generations is going to be out around the same time. Hi, Justin. So yeah, because October is kind of like one of the big video game push periods. Because it's it's you're getting that early crowd in that wants the game straight away, but then also you're ready for Christmas for parents and stuff buying games. I do intend to purchase and stream my first playthrough of Sonic X Shadow Generation. Sonic Generations is my second favourite Sonic game after Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Certainly my favourite, absolutely my favourite 3D Sonic game. I am taking a lot of damage. So yeah, I am intending on taking a break. I know, taking a break from speedrunning to play through... whoops. So on card 1. Oh, I'm going to get shot here, aren't I? Oh, this is... The positioning of these guards is so nasty. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. I've taken so much damage and used so many rations early. This is not pleasant at all. Partly because if I enjoy it, there's a chance I might want to try speedrunning it. It's been a while since I did learn. It's the only Sonic speedrun I've ever learned. Was Sonic Generations. I was just never very good at it. Oh, I got shot there as well. Oh, no, those are not doing very well. Taking so much damage. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk trying to get trying not to use another ration. All I've got to do is get through that door and I should be good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, go down. I don't want to use another rat because I'm already massively behind on the number of rations I've used. Can punch that guy so I don't take damage from him. And now I've got to rank up in this room. Oh, it's split. Going to split in this room as well. I need to put a higher threshold on it. Live is 0.94. The room is just too similar. So now it's split here, which is fine. That went to 0.95, so that's the trick then. Just give it a threshold of 0.95 and it should be fine. Here's Shotmaker. Oh, wow. Get all my stuff back. Go and grab keycard number 3. And we want 5 lots of ammo here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Card 3. So want plastic explosives. It's quite in the right position there. Do-do-do. Run down here, take a left. Run over here, take an up. Take an up. Take a right. Nice. You gotta be careful with the plastic explosives. There was something that was discovered during the tournament that I took part in. I took a very, very risky plastic explosive position. It turns out that the explosion area of effect of the plastic explosives increases slightly if Snake is stood still. If you're running, even if you're running on the spot, the blast radius of the plastic explosives explosion is slightly less if Snake is moving. So it means that because you have to wait for it, it's kind of optimal to do it like that. Place it as far away as possible, and then move up into position and stop and wait. It can be a little risky if you get it wrong. But yeah, it was something that was discovered following the tournament, and just off the back of one of the bits that I did. I think this is the wrong floor, isn't it? Yes, this is the wrong floor. It is very often that you go up or down 2 floors. It's now going up to floor 3. So this is Machine Gun Kid's floor. This is why in my, I'm pretty sure my original splits, I originally called them like floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, so I know which floor I'm going to next. But see, over time, we've renamed those splits. Thanks, Channel Point. The one Channel Point reward redemption that did get used quite a lot. Here's Machine Gun Kid. Everyone say hi, Machine Gun Kid. And now you can all say bye, Machine Gun Kid. How about one more time? Bye, Machine Gun Kid. Bye, Machine Gun Kid. Oh, that guy. Now I want I'm going to ration. I want the bomb blast suit. Oh, bad menuing. Still ahead, but yeah, you can see my time slowly going backwards. Oh, it is possible to very quickly avoid that alert. Oh, I fell off the edge. I just needed to move over slightly further. Let's reset. That's no point in continuing from that point. But let me just make one quick adjustment to that image split. Just need to add underscore open bracket 0.95. There we go. So that means that one split where it split too early, it now has to reach a comparison threshold of 0.95 before it will split. That's how the image auto splitter works. It takes threshold numbers, so it like takes the 2 images, puts them side by side, and compares them, and goes, right, is this, how close is this? Obviously, if the 2 images are absolutely identical, that would be a 1. It's all the way up through there. All right, try this again. 3, 2, 1. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I like Metal Gear. It's an interesting run. Because it's difficult to sort of optimize well, because it's all about how much damage you take, and that's quite tricky. One ration, 2 rations, 3 rations, 4 rations, 5 rations, 6 are finally six rations. So yeah, there's so much about how much damage you take and how much damage you can mitigate, and certainly very early on, the number of rations you're using is a big part of how well the run goes, and whether you have to pick up extra rations later on and things like that. I do enjoy that this continues the trope of we kind of don't care about stealth in a Metal Gear game. Into here. Let's go our next prisoner of war. Grab some plastic explosives. Avoid this thing. Only game that appears. There's no, I don't ever recall that being a trap in any other game in the series. I'm pretty sure if I don't. Pretty sure I was going to die there if I didn't use a ration. I'm not sure if I can get across this without needing one. Yeah, I do. Please don't shoot me. Oh, a bit of damage. Save that guy. Hopefully I don't need to use any more rations. That would be a little more optimal if I can avoid using any more rations. I do have a need to swap to card 2. Into here. I seem to recall there being some manipulation you can do for these guys to not shoot three bullets at you, but I can't remember what it is. Rescue that guy. If I can now get to the next prisoner of war without needing a ration, then we're pretty good. Oh, I got shot. It's okay. Okay, I haven't had anything yet that's been close to PB, but because I keep making mistakes. But this has been a much better early start. That's because these aren't my PB splits. I don't call these are really old splits from before the auto splitter was developed. But I'm not using the auto splitter. I'm using a different splitter. So yeah, I don't know what happened with those where I lost like 12 seconds early on. That would have been really bad. Okay, now split. Yay! Okay, we got all the splits right now. That should be it. It should now be splitting correctly. There's Grey Fox. And we meet Shopmaker. I have attempted Big Boss. I did learn it, but I never managed to do it because it's very rough. I've heard a lot of people suggest that it is one of the hardest games in the series to Big Boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5, and then we swap to card 3, and we want plastic explosives. There we go, that's how we get past it with only taking 1 hit. I never learned 100%. I still do it. Da-na-na. Ah, being chased by the teleporting dog again. Come here, doggo. Come to Nick. I do. I much prefer Metal Gear 1 to Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear 2 has a lot more backtracking. Has some really dumb puzzles. Like there's only one puzzle that really makes an appearance in the speedrun, and it is like the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, Metal Gear 2 is very drawn out and really starts the trope of backtracking that we see in a lot of Metal Gear. It also has quite a few unskippable sort of unskippable cutscenes. They're not really cutscenes because they're not video. They're, you know, it's all done in engine. But it's not something you really get in Metal Gear 1, and it really sort of made more of an appearance in Metal Gear 2. I'm going just up the one floor here, aren't I? No. Just forget it's up. Oh crap, that's why I've got such a... Oh dear. I thought that was an unusually good split. What I'm talking about, just little lapses in concentration, making me forget. I might reset here. I shouldn't really be resetting, but the thing with it being such a short, they are always 2 up or 2 down. Do I reset? We'll keep going. One exception is when you're going up to Hell Roof, and is the other exception just like the ones where there's only one floor? So the very first elevator you get in and the very last elevator you get in. We want to go like that. This run, my ration optimization has been much better this run. Oh, is Hell Roof 2 floors up? Oh no, it's following Hell Roof. It's going all the way down to the basement. I knew it had something to do with Hell Roof. I just got it the wrong way around. Do. Rescue that guy. Sound the alarm. I remember when I was trying for Big Boss, it would be around here that I'd usually get spotted. So then up 2. Not to Hell Roof. Here we go. You do that, and that is how you get past those. Oh, sure, that's how you're supposed to get past those guards without getting spotted. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter for this any % run that I'm getting spotted by those guards, but it's a nice thing. Right, let's take on the hind. Hey, welcome back, Cosmic. You may have noticed there that you can just run into the hind. No problem. Just run into the blades. Oh yeah. Yeah, not great. Oh, I'm gonna have to ration. This is the other point in the run where you really don't want to have to ration, but yeah, there goes my optimization of rations. So I've just rationed, and now I'm gonna level up. Yeah, I remember learning Big Boss from watching Jags run and seeing that he doesn't pick up the body armor. yeah, that was a big turning point for me when I then went, oh, okay, I should go and pick up the body armor because that'll make it easier to start. Move over to the 10. Yeah, it is such a time loss, but it does make the run a lot easier. Should only need the one extra ration here. Do 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 do. Take on the tank. Tank. Oh, that's the bomb blast suit. Yeah, thank you. Let me go in. Right, let's not make it... Last run, I made a complete hash of this. Let's stop trying to be clever and just move back slightly. That's it. All you need to just take a step back. It is possible to do without taking that step, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the deaths. Ah, oh, I moved perfectly across. All 2D gate. Yeah, that'd be interesting because there's the closest we have to that at the moment is the trilogy. I am going to need to ration again, aren't I? Is the trilogy run, which is Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, and Ghost Babel. But yeah, it doesn't. Oh my god, include Merry Gear as well. Oh, that'd be amazing. I never learned Merry Gear. Ration and then 4. I wouldn't include Unmetal because Unmetal isn't actually. I mean, technically, Merry Gear isn't a Metal Gear. I suppose if you're including Merry Gear, you could include Unmetal. But if you're just going by official Konami game, we'll say Konami games because Snake's Revenge. But yeah, that would be Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear 2, Ghost Babel. Metal Gear NES is a slightly different version of the game. It would be pretty funny. All the way down to the bottom. This is... Maybe. We will soon find out. That was... I went really far out there. Yeah, this is going to be tight because I've got no more rations here. So I also have to get past Fire Trooper, and he does deal some damage. Hey!
Base, send backup!
Send back!
Alert! Incoming raid from Metal Glen Solid. 18 raiders.
Welcome, Glenn. Thank you very much for the raids. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Ah, it's good to see you. How's it? Thank you. How was your stream? Right, all I've got to do is get past these guys. Don't shoot me! Oh, this is... Oh, this is very close. This is going to be very tight here. I have no rations. I have one bit of health. I have to make sure I don't get hit by this guy. Oh, we're safe. That is rank 4. Ah. 120.48. Remember now. That was horrible. That was really freaking close. Right, we are rank 4, and I've called Jennifer, which means Jennifer has dropped off the rocket launcher. That was very much a butt clench moment. Card 5. Back this way, because we are now going to do the death abuse. The one kind of trick cheat in this run. The game, if you die 5 times in a row without hitting a checkpoint, the game takes pity on you and gives you like maximum items. You get 24 rations, which you can't normally get. You can normally only carry 6, and all of your weapons get max ammo. It is the quickest way of getting ammo, or not only getting ammo for the rocket launcher that we've just picked up, but also like it just means we can tank with rations throughout the rest of the game. Oh yeah, death abuse only works on easy. There we go. So now we want to equip the rocket launcher so that we can take on the Brads. Oh, I always struggle with that first one. Second one's normally fine. There we go. We now want card 2. Shoot that guy. And now we want to call Jennifer again. Oh, X, not circle. Jennifer now opens that door. This is why we need to be rank 4, and we've been rescuing all of the prisoners of war. I might want to ration here. There we go. That's probably safer. Now we're going to go back to that death abuse area, because that's where we want to go next. Not because we're not going to death abuse again. That'd be a bit too much. Oh, it does also work on original. Oh, I was not aware of that. Now I just want to go down 1. This is the second exception. Yep. Past these guards. Those are weird guards. You don't get an alert from them. They're just there to shoot you. Because we're now going to do the scuba skip. Now this is a trick that only works on easy. This trick does not work on original. So we use a ration. Oh. And now go for it. What you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to go to building 3 all the way down the elevator. There's a scuba suit. You grab the scuba gear, you come back, and you get through this. But on easy, you just have enough health to survive. Only just. Now we're going to go and take on Dirty Duck. Dirty Duck is really easy. We just shoot 2 rockets at him. As long as you're on that left-hand side, super simple. Oh, it's such a massive backtrack. We talked about Metal Gear 2 sort of introducing backtracking. This game does have backtracking in it, but luckily on easy difficulty and in a speedrun, we can kind of avoid it. And the scorpions are really evil. We'll talk about the scorpions in a second. So yeah, there we go. And card 7. So the next area we're going to go into, we're going to go through the desert, which is why I've got the compass. The compass allows you to get through the desert. If you do not have the compass, you just you will just wrap around and just keep you just get lost and you keep going. Yeah, the scorpions attack you, they deal damage, and you get poisoned. And in a big boss run, you do not want to get poisoned. This is also the worst room in the game for a big boss run, because that would not have ended a big boss run. You're not allowed to kill any guards in a big boss run. And that C4, that I say C4, plastic explosives, they're just called plastic explosives in this. Though that use of plastic explosives is mandatory. There's no other way through that door. If your plastic explosive kills one of those guards, that is your big boss run dead. And you have to go through that room twice, because you have to come here, get the scuba suit, and then go back. Yeah. The scuba suit is in that block, that sort of solitary square block. Use some plastic explosives on the bottom of it. There's a secret door. Go in there, and that's where the scuba suit is. But we don't need it. We already have card 8. And it's just for getting card 8. Oh, sugar. Nearly didn't equip rations there. That was pretty tight. For some reason, it's now card 1 for the rest of the run. That was a really late ration swap. That was really silly. And let's fight Metal Gear. It's right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right. Wait, what? Right, right, left, right, left. I'm not sure what went wrong in there, but... Oh, I didn't plant the last one. That is Metal Gear destroyed. Now we can go and fight the big... No, the splits haven't bugged it. It's because then those two are new splits, which I haven't got a PB with yet, so they don't. They haven't got a time to compare against. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, it's still not going to apply here because I'm still 30 seconds behind. And time 22:57. Still 30 seconds. Still 30 seconds behind the split PB, but it's still about 1 minute 30 behind my actual PB in this run. I don't know how much slower the Master Collection is. That's the only other thing. From my understanding, the Master Collection isn't the fastest way of doing this category. It's the best way of doing this category is to use a PS2 emulator. But obviously, I'm learning the Master Collection. I'm going to be running all 5 games in the Master Collection, and there is a difference. It's X and circle for cancelling and accepting things is the other way round in the Master Collection from the PS2 version, so I want to make sure I'm getting used to this. I'm doing that in this. You just hold down circle, but I don't think it's as fast. But yeah, on the PS2 version, it's hold X to skip it all. Yeah. Or is it on the PS2 version you instantly skip all of it, whereas on this you sort of go through it all? So yeah, it's unlikely I can PB with this. You just skip it. You just skip through it faster than you do on here. Yeah. So yeah, it's unlikely I can PB with the Master Collection. Maybe because my actual PB is still 30 to 40 seconds behind world record. This night we're going to do one more run. One more run to see if I can get... At the very least, I'd like to beat these splits. Because these splits are not my PB. So I can at least beat these splits, then that'd be pretty sweet. It is nice that all of my image auto-splitting is now working correctly. So that's pretty good. We'll go and see the score screen, and then yeah, we'll do one more run before we call it a night. Also, the raid from Glenn there reminds me that I've already seen a couple of tweets suggesting that October should be renamed to Raidtober. You may have recently heard that Twitch have changed their view on raid viewers counting towards partner. It doesn't matter for me. I'm never hitting partner. nowhere near popular enough for that. But in the past, Twitch have never accepted raid viewers as part of your concurrent viewer count goal. So for those who don't know, in order to at least apply for partner, there's no once you hit these you are partner. It is once you hit a number of things you can apply to be partner. Twitch will review it and determine whether you should be a partner or not. Most people fail on the first try unless you're like ridiculous. You've got ridiculous numbers. I've been streaming now for 7 years. It's probably not happening. If after 7 years I'm still nowhere near it, I'm quite happy with where I'm at. I think something big would have to happen. True. Yeah, that's true. So part of the requirements for partners that you have 75 CVC concurrent viewer count. So on average, you should have 75 viewers over a period of 30 days. And in the past, forever until now, viewers that you got from raids didn't count because presumably the way Twitch sort of saw it was that raid viewers are not your viewers. It's someone else's viewers, and you could get boosted from that, and it's not a true reflection of you as a streamer and the kind of audience that you gather. For example, if you're if you're usually around the low 20s but you get a massive 200 raid stream, then for that one stream your concurrent viewer count is massively skewed, and it could skew the month and all of that. That's kind of been sort of the viewpoint beforehand, but Twitch have finally, and I know a lot of people have been hoping that they would change their mind on this. I completely agree with the change. They've changed it so that now raid viewers do count towards your concurrent viewer count because they want to reward people for collaborating, because a lot of people will raid friends and raid team members and stuff like that to help and to push numbers. But obviously in the past, that's never really helped with getting that concurrent viewer count up. So I really appreciate the change. It's good. It will be good for people who are trying to push to partner. And good luck to those, to those people who are sort of nearly there, and this is now going to push them over. But raiding is something I'm pretty poor at. I often forget about it. I often look at who I've got who's live and just go, there's no one I want to. I don't like raiding really. Like I look at my who's live that I'm following, and it's like GDQ and ESA. It's like, well, they've got 500 viewers, so a little 2-man raid from me is not going to do much. So then I was just like, we'll just call it a night. No, throughout the whole of October, I am pledging to try and raid, no matter how many viewers we've got, no matter what time it is. I want to raid at the end of every stream. So thank you so much for the raid, Glenn, because it has been my reminder that I want to pass that raid on at the end of the stream. Yes, thank you. Add unspoken things confusing every applicant. They really don't explain that much. You've even called them out on Twitter over this. Yeah, this is the thing. There's a requirement that you have to hit in order to apply for partner. It's not like affiliate's completely different. Affiliate is, here are the numbers that you must hit. Once you've hit them, you do it. And I think for affiliate, it's you need a concurrent viewer count of at least 5. It's either 3 or 5. You need to have streamed on, I think, something like 8 different days or 5 different days. 5 average, 50 followers, and easy map. Yeah. You do need to have streamed on a number of different days in the month, because if you recall, for Pixel Perfect, when we finished Pixel Perfect 3, we'd got 50 followers, we had our 5 average viewer counts, and we'd already hit the hours. I think it's like 12 hours within 30 days or something like that. So we'd hit all of those really easily. The one thing that we hadn't hit, because we only did the stream over a weekend, was streaming on a number of different days within those 30 days, which we'd only streamed 2 days. I think it's 5. I think it's 5 days which is what led me particularly. Lightly helped a little bit, and Jasper was on holiday. I ran the Path to Affiliate series, where immediately after, I think it was like we took a week off, and then the following week after Pixel Perfect 3, I did a stream every single day. I just brought random people in to play random, so we tried to theme it. Like the very first one we did the Metal Gear Solid trilogy. I ran Metal Gear Solid 1, Theory ran Metal Gear Solid 2, and someone else, Twilight Realm ran Metal Gear Solid 3. We had like our 100% evening where Plywood ran Zone of the Enders. I can't remember what the other 100% one was. We had a bingo one. We had a randomizer one. We had ones dedicated to Ray, and just a little theme to do a couple of runs just so that we had those days in, and we hit affiliate. And we never did anything with it. We never did the onboarding because we wanted to become a company and actually do money properly. And then we did one more event, and I got forced to resign, and now Pixel Perfect's dead. Yeah, so glad I put in all that effort to get us to affiliate. Yeah, the affiliate is just that is it. Here is what you must do to hit affiliate. As soon as you've hit it, apply, you'll get affiliate. Getting affiliate is real. Like I've seen a lot of people who've said that they've taken an awful long time to get to affiliate. I've seen stories of people who've taken years to get to affiliate. It's difficult. I find it difficult to understand how it can take years. Like I think I got to affiliate. Like I'd been streaming like once or twice a year for a couple of years before I actually started streaming regularly. I started streaming every Tuesday every week, and I think it took me like a couple of months to do, because the big one is the 50 followers. Once you've hit 50 followers, the rest is pretty easy. The average number of viewers is a bit rough. You know, if you are just starting out and you've got no community whatsoever behind you, then that is the rough bit, and that's the bit that's the most difficult. But you know, assuming if you've got some friends who you can just get them to watch you for a little bit, speedrunning is great for it, because there's always people who want to come and watch speedruns, and there's always a community who the amount of times I get raided by people like Glenn and other Metal Gear speedrunners, because we that's what we do. When I finish here, my first port of call is going to be to look at who else is playing Metal Gear games specifically. Is there anyone speedrunning any Metal Gear games? And that's who we're going to raid. So yeah, it might sound a bit big-headed-ish. It might sound like I'm being a bit, I wouldn't say harsh, but I really don't think hitting affiliate is that difficult. And as I say, part of the reason for that is because it is just clear cut. Do this, get there. Bounce. I don't know. I'm looking at the screen. You're seeing it in a different place. That's the Eli Bounce channel point award. That is now increased in cost. It will now cost 19 the next time someone wants to redeem it, and it'll also increase in size by 1 pixel. Every time it gets redeemed, it increases its height and width by 1 pixel. So the more that gets used, the bigger Eli gets. I say every time, I've seen what it looks like at 1,000 cost, and it looks dopey as fuck. I'm really looking forward to seeing that increase. That's been live only a couple of weeks. So keep them coming. And enjoy some of the other new channel point rewards. I'm really proud of what I've done with the channel point rewards. I would hope that the channel point rewards are something that might help push and elevate me to, if I ever did get close to becoming partner. Ah, there he goes again. There he goes. Oh, that took so long. So long to get all of the numbers right, so that it bounced and the sound went off at the right time. That is actually Eli's meow. I hesitate to say meow. It's a squeak. Eli doesn't meow. He doesn't go meow. He just squeaks. He goes eh. I mean, you can hear it. That is the noise Eli makes. Poor Poor little bugger. When I went off for my break, he ran down the stairs and I heard a big thud. I think he like bashed into something on the way down. I saw him and he seemed to be all right, but it was a little worrying. Right, should we do one more? Let's do one more, and hopefully we can have a run where I don't die stupidly or forget to go and pick up the uniform or something dumb like that. I'm going to reset the auto splitter. Do a short video of Eli so we can see him do it. Wait, see him do what? What? Oh, meowing. Oh, there it is again. I didn't record a video for that sound. I just did a sound recording. I thought you meant you want to see a video of Eli like falling down the stairs and making a big thud. It worried me at first when I heard the thud. I'm just resetting the game because if I now do a new game plus, I'll have the bandana and it messes up your inventory. So just quickly reset the game. Only takes a second. If Steam plays ball. There we go. Thank you, Steam. Don't worry about the timer starting. It's just because it starts on a black screen.
Vegeta, how many channel points did this reward cost? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Oh, thank you for that. Bing. I've got plans to add something to that. I recognize the fact that is 9,000. That was 9,000 channel points just for that. I do want to do something else with it. I just haven't quite figured it out. I got some ideas, but yeah. All right, let's do this. Last run of the evening. Let's see if we can get it to be a good one. 3, 2, 1, go. Bam 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 bam. Bing. Tick 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 tick. Right, so off we go. I'm going to try and concentrate a little bit more and maybe do a little bit more explaining about what's actually going on. So we're going to go in the back of this truck. We're going to grab the level 1 key card. So much of this run is just about collecting key cards. There goes Eli again. 2 rations. We're going to grab 6 rations. It's the maximum number of rations that we can have, and it just makes the early part of this run a lot safer. I believe that's either 4 or 5. It's fine, we can check in a second because I need to open the menu anyway to equip the level 1 key card, and that is going to be the 6 rations that we need to move on. We're going to run up here. We're going to run past these guards. None of these guards are going to spot me. We are going to hit the first split as we go into the elevator. The elevators act as checkpoints. So if I die, then I'll return to the elevator. Nice start. Up the elevator we go. Onto floor 2. We won't return to floor 1. Floor 1 is done. Floor 2, this is quite a big floor. There's a lot going on here. And we're going to find that we get started with our sort of secondary mission whilst we're here. There's another objective that we have to do, and that is rescue at least 15 of these prisoners of war. Very important that we rescue these guys because every 5 that I rescue will give me a rank up. And once I have ranked up to the max rank of rank 4, that unlocks some stuff that is mandatory for the game. We cannot complete the game without hitting rank 4. So that is Prisoner of War number 2. Whenever I rank up, I will get a big boost in health. My health will replenish and my max health will go up. So it's always ideal to be on low health, or certainly not use a ration just before I'm about to rank up, because that's pretty bad. And I got shot. Getting shot does a lot more damage than just running into an enemy. So we're going to reset and start again. Bam 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 bam. Ba-bum. All right, let's try this again. Over the fence and into the base. Ignore the room to the right. That room to the right that I ignored, the gas mask is in there. Go grab the level 1 keycard, get our first alert. We don't really care about alerts in this run. We're not doing big boss, and like most Metal Gear speedruns, stealth is optional. It's really only in the hardest difficulty stuff that stealth doesn't become optional. Yeah, I'm talking when game over if discovered is enabled in Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. That's 5 or 1 more ration. That's 6 rations is the maximum we can carry. Thank you very much, Johnny, for increasing the Eli bounce by 1 more. Up past these guys, round these tanks. So many tanks. Like you thought there were that many, you thought there were so many tanks in previous games. A lot of tanks in that room. Up the elevator and out onto floor 2. Floor 2 is where a lot of the early game. No, Keratin Frog. Keratin Frogs. That's where you want stealth. You want to be nice and quiet for that. Oh my god, have you seen the geckos in Delta? They're adorable. Oh, I can't wait to shoot all of those geckos. Like, I've already said, very first stream after Delta is released, I will be doing a casual playthrough on stream, and I will be shooting all of the geckos first time. I like that they're camouflaged, and it's different camouflages depending where you are. It's like if you're in the jungle, they wear like a ghillie suit. If you're in the mountains, they're like really rocky. I love them. They look so cool. I don't mind. It certainly looks like that they are replacing the Keratins, and I am absolutely fine with that. Right, we should ration. I should have kept my. I think I should have kept my rations out actually. I'm probably going to need them again here. We're going to just do that. It is possible to have used 1 less ration up to this point, but it's very difficult. I did also note from the screenshots of the geckos that one of the geckos that have been shown off, they just sort of showed the models. There was one that they showed off in its hidden location, and that location was in Dramuchi Swamplands, and it was not in any of the locations that the Keratin Frogs appeared, which suggests that all of the geckos are going to be in different locations, which I am very pleased about. I don't think I'd have enjoyed it as much if they were all in the same place. I like that they're going to be in different places. Just like the Yoshis in Snake Eater 3D. It certainly seems that way, unless they are, unless it was just the demo where they were in different positions or something, and they're going to be back in the same positions as the original. But I don't think so. From the looks of it, it looks like they're going to be in different places, which I'm really pleased about. Let's say in the 3DS remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater 3D, the Keratins are replaced with Yoshis, and almost all of the Yoshis are in different positions. There's a couple that are in similar. I have already decided once I'm done with the Pentalogy series, I do have plans to learn Snake Eater 3D because I want to do an all Yoshi's run. Right, we have been captured, and Eli's here to celebrate our capture. That's Grey Fox. We've rescued Grey Fox. That is the cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid 1. There he is, Vanilla Green Fox. And this is Shopmaker, the first boss. We're going to have an epic boss fight with Shopmaker. We're going to grab our equipment. I'm going to get rid of this tracker that was put into my equipment. The trope that returns a lot in the Metal Gear series. We're going to grab some ammo, and the ammo respawns. So we're going to grab 5 lots of this ammo. So that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. Oh. Take quite a bit of damage from him here because I kind of moved wrong there. And we want the plastic explosives. And that is the boss fight against... Oh, bum. I didn't quite place that those plastic explosives in the right place. And as a result, I can't remember where I can go to get more plastic explosives. I need more. I'm not sure. Oh, I know. No, I know where I can get more from. I remember. I did talk in the previous run about it being risky to place plastic explosives too far away and to keep moving and stuff like that. So that's my bad. Still another run where I haven't made a really dumb mistake. We'll see what happens. It's not a huge time loss, like 20 seconds probably. See how we go. And also there was the time loss of having to place another set of plastic explosives. I refuse to call them C4. They're called plastic explosives in this. We're going to call them plastic explosives. Keep running away from the teleporting doggos. Oh my god. The constant repeating Eli. Right, let's not forget to put one here. We can grab the soldier's uniform. Why Snake just can't wear the soldier's uniform throughout the entire game now? I don't know. It's only that one room. There's so many items that you collect in the run that are only useful once. They're only used in one room. We're about to see the first of them, which is the bomb blast suit. We're going to take the elevator. Actually, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. We've still got Machine Gun Kid. I was going to run all the way down here. I'm going to have to do an extra menu here because I made a mistake. That's okay. It's not that bad. Card 3. Oh, you just shot me, you bugger. Should be able to take one hit there. There we go. That's the optimal time to ration there. We grab the parachute, and then just like our fight against Shotmaker, we just completely ignore Machine Gun Kid. Sorry, Machine Gun Kid, not today. We got one more prisoner of war to rescue, so we'll rescue him. Woo, woo. And now it's up to the roof where we get to use the bomb blast suit. So the bomb blast suit is only used in this next room. It's really windy on the roof, just in this one spot. There's one spot on the roof where it's really windy, and that spot is we've just passed it. Yeah, really windy just in that one spot, and the bomb blast suit means that we don't get caught in the wind. And that's it. The one and only use of the bomb blast suit. Well, I say that. You can also use the bomb blast suit to take less damage from explosives, but we don't really worry about that. Now for the hind. We can just stand here. The hind can't hit me. We don't worry about its rotors. We just keep blasting it. One more set of 2. There we go. And it's dead. Bye, hind. And now we need the parachute. The one and only use of the parachute. 2 screens of Snake falling down here. I don't need to use a ration here. My rations have been a little better optimized here. Pop down here. Inside, we grab the level 4 key cards. Take damage from that mine. Over here, so we can just get past these doggos. We do now want the level 4 key cards. Going to get this into here, and this is going to be rank 3, assuming I have collected all of the prisoners of war so far. Good. We are on track. The only thing that's wrong at the moment is I don't have any C4. And we're going to get some C4 right now. We're going to... I think it's... Oh, phew. Pretty sure if I'd got in the wrong truck there. Just do that. I'm going to grab a spare ration just to be on the safe side. Pretty sure if you get in the right-hand truck there, it transports you somewhere else. I'm glad I got that right. We've got our next boss battle, the tank. Now, the tank is in the way. There's no way we're just going to be able to ignore the tank. We can just run through it with iframes. That's something. Whoops. I forgot to put on the enemy uniform. There we go. And that's the one and only use of the enemy uniform. So, lost a little bit of time there, unfortunately, but we'll pick that back up. We are now back on track, though. We've got everything that we need. A boss fight that we actually fight? That's the bulldozer. It's dead. Very, very easy fight. And this is why we grabbed 5 lots of that ammo when we were captured and fighting Shopmaker earlier, because you absolutely need it. We swap to card 2. This still requires card 2. We're going to grab the antenna. We don't really use this item. This item is purely just advances the story. I believe we're now like further away from stuff, and therefore Snake's radio isn't working. So we need the antenna in order to continue to be able to call people. Okay, only a couple of seconds behind. That's fine. Up to Hell Roof. So Hell Roof is called as such because that alert is mandatory. You will always get that alert. There is nothing you can do to prevent it. And as a result, we just have to run through, take a lot of damage. If you were playing this casually, you would be expected to run through and, you know, shoot guards and try and avoid taking damage. But we just, see, we're speedrunners. We just run through. I do need to use a ration at some point. I'm going to try and hold off until now. There we go. Swap to card 5 after I pick it up. It's always good if you need to use a ration. You always want to try and use a ration when you're going into your menu for something else. And we're in. Lost a little bit of time there because that menu is a bit fumbly. I head all the way down to the basement now. Where we're going to meet Fire Trooper in a second. But we've got that last C4, the whole reason I needed to go into the truck and grab another one. Going to rescue another prisoner of war. Grab plastic explosives. I've got 5 because you don't just pick up one, you pick up many. Swap to card 1. Rescue another prisoner of war. Swap to card 5 again. I know where I'm menuing. Don't rescue Dr. Madnar because that's not Dr. Madnar. He is an imposter. We never rescue Dr. Madnar. Keycard 6. Here is Fire Trooper. We just ignore Fire Trooper, because of course we do. And that's a gold split, that's nice. Back up 2 floors. Now we are proceeding on to grab rank 4. So just going to run through these guards. I've got plenty of health, don't need to worry too much. Run across the other side. Here is actually I had enough health. You don't have to run round like this, but it avoids you taking damage from the Brad there. But I had plenty of health, so I could have just tanked it. Back out again. And then we grab rank 4 at exactly the right moment. This requires keycard 3. And this is prisoner of war number 15. So now that we've saved him, we can call Jennifer on 120.48. And Jennifer has very kindly dropped off a rocket launcher for us in this next room. There's a reason we need rank 4. Jennifer will not help you if you're not rank 4, so that's why we've had to rescue all of the prisoners of war. Only game in the series that contains that mechanic. No other game in the series includes a mechanic where you can only progress if you've rescued enough people. Portable Ops, Peace Walker, and that kind of have, you know, you do need to rescue people as part of the story, but not in that way. It's very different. So now going to Death Abuse. Yes. There we go. That is Death Abuse complete. Yes, the game will become unbeatable because you need to be ranked 4 for two points. Up this way. Nice. It's fast. Yay! I got both Brads right. Yes, if the prisoners of war don't return. If you kill a prisoner of war, your rank will go down. Oh, X. And the worst place for that is fighting Dirty Duck, which we'll see in a couple of minutes. You must be rank 4 to have Jennifer open that door. You must be rank 4 for Jennifer to give you the rocket launcher. I seem to recall that if you we haven't faced Dirty Duck yet, but if I do kill any of the any of the prisoners of war with Dirty Duck, that is, I do need to reset or take a death. I can't remember why. I can't actually remember what causes what the problem with killing one of those is. But yeah, if you kill enough prisoners of war before you've gotten the compass and the rocket launcher, then yes, you will softlock the game. Oh, my menu optimization could do with being better. iType Slow's just making their own fun here. Having an absolute whale of a time. So here is Dirty Duck. Dirty Duck's in this room. Dirty Duck's really easy to beat. Just make sure that you enter the room on the left-hand side here. And then as soon as the dialogue's finished, shoot twice and done. That gives you card 8. Super easy fight. But yeah, if you accidentally hit any of those prisoners of war during that your rank goes down. I say I can't remember why that's a problem for the speedrun. Oh, I know why that's a problem for the speedrun. Because of scuba skip. You can't get back. You need to be on rank 4 max health for scuba skip to work. So yeah, if you hit one of those prisoners of war, you're dead. You cannot make it back across unless you've got the scuba gear. If you've got the scuba gear, then you're fine. But if you haven't got the scuba gear, then yeah, you are screwed. It's going to take a long time to spend 175k at just one extra channel point at a time. We want the plastic explosives here. Button there. Then it used to be thought that movement there to get across, to get through past those two pitfalls was only doable on the PS2 PAL version, but it's not. It's just much tighter on NTSC. But it is the fastest way of getting across there. I do need to do. I don't know what I need to do, how I'm going to do it. I need to do something. Like a reminder on screen or something to encourage people to use channel point rewards. I just don't quite know what. I need to have a look at some other streamers who use those kind of channel point rewards and see what it is. I mean, part of it is because I'm speedrunning, there's never a focus on that kind of thing. But anyway, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right,
Metal
left,
Gear, Metal Gear,
right,
Metal Gear, Metal Gear, Metal Gear,
left,
Metal Gear, Metal Gear, Metal Gear,
right,
Metal Gear, Metal
right.
Gear.
Yay! I got it right first time. For a change. That's Metal Gear defeated. And now we just kill Big Boss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big Boss is dead, and we can leave. Yay! It is gonna be a PB. Well, a PB for these splits. Finally going to overwrite the two missing splits there. There we go, 22-minute 15. Even with the plastic explosive error, it is done. A decent run, a fairly decent run. As I say, the plastic explosive error would have probably brought that down to 21, which would have been nice. So yeah, I should fairly easily be able to 21 this. A couple of menu fumbles and things like that. Eli to celebrate. Yeah, I might try and do a run of this off stream. To try and upload to YouTube to get a decent run in. It won't be one to submit to the leaderboard unless somehow I manage to beat my old PB. But as we discussed earlier, the Master Collection is slower than the PS2 version. I'm holding buttons. There's no need to do that. But at least I beat some time that I had ages ago. And all the splits work, which is nice because it's using auto split rather than an auto splitter. That's kind of nice. Yeah, that was Metal Gear. The original Metal Gear from 1987. The only game in the series that is older than me. By a little over 2 years. Not even Snake's Revenge is older than me. I am 6 months older than Snake's Revenge. I think the NES... I'm pretty sure the NES version is older than me. Metal Gear NES. Release. Famicom NES. Yeah, it was first released on the Famicom in 1987 as well. So yeah, if you count the NES version as the same game, then Metal Gear is the only game older than me. If you're counting the NES version as a different game, then it's not the same. There is also the Commodore 64 and like MS-DOS versions, but I think they're like ports of the NES version. The NES version is very different. The developers of the NES version were specifically told to make it different. Let's see our score screen. Oh, he's not dead. We do have to get to the scores when I do either the duology and also do the as part of all 5 games back to back. We do have to get to the score screen. We have to see the score screen that is when time will actually end during those runs for this. So I will need to add an extra split for that. Yep, 5 continues, 31 alerts and 23 Elis. We need an Eli counter. How many Elis have been triggered in a stream? That would be pretty cool. Humans killed 2. Yeah. Does Dirty Duck count as one of those humans? Because the Brads don't. The Brads don't count because they're androids. I killed the Dirty Duck, and I think I skipped every other boss. We've had a camera change. Thank you very much, Johnny. Yeah, I think Dirty Duck would count. I must have used a rocket launcher on one other guy at one point. That happens sometimes. Oh, unless I didn't, and those only 2 humans killed were Dirty Duck and Big Boss, because there's Big Boss as well. But Big Boss isn't dead, except he is. Spoilers for Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Since Phantom Pain's release, this game was geez, spoilers. I mean, it's a pretty old game at this point. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. It has. It's just celebrated its 9th birthday. Yeah, this game has been retconned. So for the entire existence of this game, it's always been that you, at the end of the game, you kill Big Boss, and then Big Boss somehow survives, gets turned into an android, gets given robot parts, and sort of resurrected. But since Metal Gear Solid 5 introduced the idea of Big Boss's doppelganger, Venom Snake, the medic, it was retconned so that it was actually the medic, it was Venom Snake that you defeat in this game, and it's Big Boss for real that you defeat in Metal Gear 2. Even for some reason, they still gave Big Boss like cybernetics. This is what happens when you have a game series that spans like 30 years. You have to go back and like rejig some stuff. I would be interested. I've always said that I wasn't that fussed about Metal Gear Solid 3 being remade. I still don't think it's the best idea. we're gonna swap scenes here. I still don't think it's the best plan. I don't get me wrong. I'm excited for Delta. I like what I'm seeing. I have some issues with what I've seen. I don't like that it is remaining like ridiculously faithful, that the main one being the scene transition, the room transitions and stuff like that. Too many loading screens. Like, there's been a lot of innovation in the last 20 years? What was 2000 and I want to say 2003? I think 2003, 2004. So yeah, 20 years since Metal Gear Solid 3 came out. There's been a lot of innovation in that time, and Konami are deciding to ignore most of it and give us a really faithful adaptation of Metal Gear Solid 3, which I really think is the wrong direction. I think it could have been done without all the loading screens, but we'll see what happens when the game comes out. But I still think that a remake of this and Metal Gear 2 would have been better. I would have loved to have seen this done still top down. I wouldn't want it to be over the shoulder or what. I don't want it to be super updated, but a really nice, slick, top down, but with 3D graphics. I'm trying to think of a good game to compare it to. Volume would be a pretty good comparison. Volume was was a bit like Metal Gear. I never finished Volume. I did play through most of Volume. One of the things that attracted me to Volume is that it takes on the story. It kind of takes on a modern weird twist of Robin Hood. Like the main character is called Loxley, which is Robin Loxley is Robin Hood's real name. And a lot of the other characters sort of ape Robin Hood characters. And Friar Tuck was voiced by James Stephanie Serling. I'm a big fan of the Jimquisition. In fact, I subscribed to the to Jimquisition Patreon. It's the only Patreon I've ever done. Yeah, I really liked Volume because of that. I know other people in it as well. The main character, Loxley, was voiced by Charlie. There used to be a YouTube channel called Charlie Is So Cool Like or something like that. And the Charlie from those YouTube videos voiced the main character. There was like an AI that accompanied him, and the AI is voiced by, I'm not going to remember the guy's name. It's, a writer and broadcaster who's done some voice acting in video games as well. Was in Assassin's Creed, starting with Assassin's Creed 2. He was one of the guys who sort of helped out in the lab with the Animus in real life. He was also the narrator in Thomas Was Alone. I think that's because Thomas Was Alone was by the same company that did Volume. I'll never remember the guy's name. But yeah, there were some other voice actors in it that were quite kind of interesting. But yeah, Volume's probably the best comparison I can think of to how I would see a Metal Gear remake. I don't think a Metal Gear remake should be in the style of Unmetal. I did joking. I semi-seriously suggested that if Fran ever got the opportunity to remake Metal Gear, he should. On reflection, I don't think that's a good idea. And Fran said he wouldn't want to. He wouldn't. He'd always want to do original stuff. All right, so have a good one. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other games where I sort of get a comparison of the kind of style that I would expect. I mean, I suppose XCOM, just from the sort of graphical style overhead. That's not a very good comparison. I can't think of a good modern over the top 2D game. I'd want it to have 3D graphics. Flashback 2, which apparently was awful. I was really looking forward to Flashback 2. I'm a big fan of the original Flashback. And they said they were making Flashback 2. Is Undetected... Which one's Undetected? Is Undetected that, like, I want to say Spanish one? Because I didn't like the... If it's the one I'm thinking of, I didn't like the look of Undetected. Is it the one I'm thinking? It is. Undetected is the one I'm thinking of. I wouldn't want it. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be in the style of Undetected. I don't think Undetected. I never liked the look of Undetected. I don't know how I'd describe what it is about Undetected that I didn't like. I don't think it's on my wish list. I really should give it a go. I should give it a go. There is a demo. Maybe I should give it a try. But yeah, I don't know if I'm not logged in on the web browser for Steam. But yeah, Undetected looked like it looked like it was trying too hard to be Metal Gear, or to be a Metal Gear Solid. I don't know, and it looked very clunky, and I don't know I don't know where I'm going with this. There's got to be a top-down 2D sort of game, but with 3D graphics that I can compare. There was a fan game. There was a fan remake in the works a number of years ago of Metal Gear 1. And it had they actually got David Hayter on board to voice Snake. But unfortunately Konami hit them with a cease and desist. I don't know if they ever continued on with the project under a different name or something like that. For me, Undetected kind of looks like I wouldn't say an asset flip. If you understand the sort of terms about a Unity asset flip, but it looks very obviously a Unity game that just doesn't look like it has. It doesn't look like it's got polish. It still looks like it's a concept, and it needs a bit more fleshing out, and the movement just looks very clunky to me. I don't know. Let me have a look on. When I go on the game on more like this, it suggests Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Funnily enough, what's under more like Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2? There's Intravenous. We had a viewer come in who I think they raided after kind of like TTS. I suppose actually TTS isn't a bad shout for sort of the graphic fidelity that you could get from it. We had a viewer, I was either a YouTube viewer or someone who raided, and they've been playing Intravenous 1. Intravenous 2's only just come out. It was really weird because like a couple of days later, Intravenous 1 became available for free on Steam for a short time. I got it. I haven't played it. But it's kind of like a sort of very like completely top down. I'm looking at the view of Intravenous 2 now. But it's like a twin stick. It's a twin stick shooter if it was a stealth game. It looks interesting. It doesn't really look like my kind of game. But yeah, imagine like Hotline Miami, but if it was based around stealth. That might be a way of putting it. I really can't think of a decent top-down 2D game that I'd compare. I'm specifically trying to think of sort of graphics wise. I really can't think of anything that comes to mind. Maybe Metal Gear Acid, particularly Metal Gear Acid 2. That kind of style. GTA London. No, I'm gonna go with no on GTA London. Acid 2 has a really cool art style. I love Acid 2. I'm playing through Acid 1 on my Vita at the moment. I probably won't go straight onto Acid 2 afterwards. I'll probably take a break and do something else. But I love Acid 2. It's fantastic. I love the graphics for it. So maybe something like that. Let me find the closest I can think of is Flashback 2. But Flashback 2 is really, and it's Flashback 2 is not top down though. It's kind of side scrolling. I'll share the Steam page for Flashback 2. The kind of graphics, but if you imagine it sort of top down, it does have some top down sections. Thinking, Abe's, the sort of graphic quality of Abe's Odyssey New and Tasty? What was New and Tasty actually called? The remake of Abe's Odyssey. I'm thinking that kind of graphic fidelity. I've searched New and Tasty and that hasn't come up with anything. Overcooked. No, that's not. Oddworld New and Tasty. That kind of graphic style. I reckon would work for a Metal Gear remake. I say, proper decent 3D controls. So I'm not saying that it's still grid based and all of that. You have a bit of diagonal action. It needs to be a remake. That's the important thing. And this is the thing that the big gripe that I have with Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta is that it is a remake, but it's trying its hardest to only be a remaster. It's kind of the movement and control schemes are going to be different, although apparently you're still going to be able to sort of use the old style. And for me, there's bits of it that I look at and I think, what's the point? Why would I not just play the original? If you're going to keep it so faithful to the original, what's the point in remaking it? Apocalypse with Bruce Willis is a good PS1 game. I've never heard of this game. Apocalypse PS1. have a quick look at some gameplay. That is a game. That is definitely a game. Yeah, I don't. I'd say I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't want a Metal Gear remake where the controls are exactly the same and it's still really rigid. Like, no. Well, we've had advancements over the, you know, for intent and purposes, the direction of Twin Snakes is a really good example of a remake done well. In its direction and the idea, the sort of level of remake that was there, I think was right. It's just it was done really badly. For me, that's. I mean, for actually the best remakes of video games that are out there has got to be the Resident Evil series. The remakes of Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. Is the remake of 4 actually out yet? I can't remember if Resident Evil 4 remake has actually come out. I think it has. I've never played through any of the originals of the remakes. The only to this day, the only Resident Evil game I've ever finished is 5. I played through the Leon campaign in 6, and that was it. I started one of the other ones. I can't even remember what it's. What was the name of the protagonist in 5? What was the name of the Chris Redfield? That was it. I started Chris Redfield's campaign in 6, but yeah, I didn't get very far. Yeah, the Resident Evil remakes, the remakes of 2, 3, and 4 are fan. 4 not so much, because 4 doesn't stray. Like 4 doesn't feel like it the remake of 4 kind of feels very similar to Metal Gear Solid 3, and that it doesn't kind of feel like it needs a remake, and it's very close anyway. But certainly the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3, I think those are the best examples of how to remake a game well. You keep the core of what is good about it and what people love about it, but you make it, you update it, make a reason for it to be remade. I'm not saying that. I think there's a danger of going too far in the other direction and sort of saying, well, you know, there's no point in playing the original because now we've got this remake and it completely removes everything from the original, and it kind of, you know, you're stomping all over the legacy of it. But for me, I see it the other way, in that if you're going to remake a game, you need to remake it. Don't just ape it again. Don't redo it, but not like the remake of Resident Evil 1 is kind of a good example of the other direction, where it's too close to the original. So what was the point of remaking it? I'm also very much of the opinion, I think it was Selwyddian who was here earlier, who I first heard the idea from, is that why do we keep remaking really good games? Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of the best video games on the PlayStation 2. It's one of the best in my opinion, one of the best video games in all time. Resident Evil 4 is highly regarded as one of the best video games of all time. Final Fantasy 7 is a very, very different way of remaking a game, because they remade it in a, like, it goes in its own direction. It is the name of the game is Final Fantasy VII Remake for a reason. It's not because it's a remake of Final Fantasy VII. It's because Final Fantasy VII got remade, story and all. The story and the way it works. I don't know that much. I've not played it, but I understand that the story actually deals with the fact that it's a remake of Final Fantasy VII. So that's a really interesting direction to take a remake. I like that idea, because again, this sort of goes into this idea that I'm saying of, if you're going to remake a game, remake it, do something with it, you know, but have a reason to do it. So I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is a really good example. I don't know they needed to, you know, really stretch out into 3 games, but whatever. I forgot where I was going with this. Final Fantasy, we talked about, oh yeah, why do we keep remaking really, really good games? I want to see remakes of bad games. I want to see remakes of games that had a really cool idea, a really good intention, and something core about it that was really good, but the execution just didn't work. I'd love to see a remake of Mirror's Edge. I love Mirror's Edge. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but I recognize that Mirror's Edge had some problems. It was very clunky. It was very stop-start. Mirror's Edge Catalyst in a sequel didn't quite hit the mark. The open world didn't work as well. I don't think it was as fluid. It was cool. I loved it. I played the hell out of Catalyst, but it didn't quite have the charm of the original. I think a remake of Mirror's Edge 1 with all of the advancements we've got now would be really, really good, because you'd fix all of those problems that it had in the first place. So take games that really, had a really cool concept, something that was really good about it, but just wasn't quite executed well enough. Use everything we've learned since then and remake those kind of games. That's what I'd really love to see. Trying to think of some other good examples that I can think of, or games that I've played. 2 Point Hospital is a good example. 2 Point Hospital is a remake of Theme Hospital. It's a good example of that. Really able to. I mean, it's less of a remake and more of a spiritual successor. XCOM, Enemy Unknown is a remake of the original XCOM, and again, it works really well in that way. Although I don't know if XCOM, the original XCOM is kind of a beloved game. Anyway, there was a remake of Destroy All Humans, which again seemed to just be the original again. The Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy and Spyro, they are very good and I enjoy them, but I do feel it goes too far back in the original direction. I don't know. And sometimes those games don't need remaking. Sometimes they just need remastering. Klonoa 2 is a very good example. Klonoa 2, it was absolutely perfect as it is, and the remaster is beautiful. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series is a great bundle, and a really good way of experiencing those games without them needing to be remade, because they didn't need to be remade. They were absolutely fine. They just needed a lick of paint, and they work great. And that's the other thing. I'd love to see more games be remastered than remade. Absolutely happy with the Master Collection. Now, well, eventually, we're kind of happy with the Master Collection now that Konami have finished it and brought out all the bells and whistles that should have been included in the first place. Anyway, this sort of rant has gone on a little longer than I intended. I did say I wanted to finish the stream a little earlier than usual because of stuff I'm getting up to. So I do want to finish. But as I said earlier, when Glenn raided, I do want to raid. I am trying to make an effort throughout October to raid at the end of every stream. Twitch recently announced that viewers that you get from raiding now count towards your current viewer count, so it's important to make the most of that. And I've been bad at raiding in the past. I forget to do it. I don't feel like I care enough. I want to change that. So first thing I'm going to do, unless I will always open it up to the floor. If anyone has a raid target they'd like me to have a look at, I will have a look at them first. I won't just go, oh yeah, we'll do that. I will take into consideration if anyone has a suggestion. But I can see that Silent Martyr, that is a name I recognize, is playing Sonic 2. Punchy's streaming with 350. I don't like streaming. I don't really like raiding to really, really huge viewer counts. 350 is a bit like, what's the point? doesn't feel like it's worth it. But I think Silent Martyr's a good shout here. Sonic 2. I don't know if they're speedrunning or if it's just they are. Silent Martyr is speedrunning Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That sounds like a good raid target. That'll do. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, there is no raiding on YouTube. There is a thing that you can sort of do with YouTube, but I think you set it up ahead of time. I don't really know. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's stream, folks. Thank you all very much for joining in. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're not going to do Metal Gear again on Thursday. I don't see any point. It was a really good we got a decent run in the end. I think I'm going to do an offline run just so that I've got something decent to put on YouTube for a Master Collection run. But I don't see any point in sort of another whole stream of this. Doesn't really seem necessary. So yeah, from Thursday, we'll move on to Metal Gear 2. Solid Snake. This is the one I'm the most worried about. I did not play it that much when I first learnt it. I only ever submitted one run. It is going to be rough. We're almost going to be relearning it from scratch. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, I've got some train journeys to watch some runs. If I'm not too bothered about playing, no, I'm not going to watch the runs during train journeys. I'm going to play Acid because I'm enjoying Metal Gear Acid again. All right, folks, have a good one. Let's give Silent Martyr a big whacker. Yeah, a big whacker for Silent Martyr. Although I think they are on a break at the moment, unless they're just chatting. Yeah, thank you all very much. Have a great Wednesday, and I hope to see you on Thursday for Metal Gear 2. Bye for now.